Welcome back, everybody, to the GeoGuessr World League. Guys, it's week 20. We're getting close to the end here, and I'm your host, Bloom, or Project Bloom, here to walk you through the games with the incredible Jake Lyons. Jake, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, week 20 out of 21. It's been a long road. I mean, that's like 5 months. It's kind of crazy how long we've been doing this at this point, but we're getting to the end, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, excited that we're here. Things are really shaken up. We're deciding exactly who's going to these majors and everything. But guys, what is GeoGuessr in the first place? Let's talk about the game and then exactly how we play it competitively. Jake, talk to me about GeoGuessr.
So if you're unfamiliar with GeoGuessr, this is how it works. You're given a random street view panorama somewhere in the world, and your goal is to figure out where in the world you are using the clues around you, such as the architecture or the infrastructure or the road lines or the landscape. And then once you have an idea, you open the mini-map in the bottom right, place down a pin as close to the location as possible, and you are given points for your guess, with the maximum score being 5,000 points, which we call a 5K.
And then within that, competitively, we can take a look at the game modes we play. As you were talking about, move around, find that information, try and make that best guess, hopefully that 5K. We start off with moving. The players can move up and down the road with no restrictions. However, we do have 1 minute time limit per round in all of our game modes. So you got 1 minute, look around, find whatever you can, make the best guess you can. Then our second game mode is going to be a no moving game mode. That's when the players spawn in and they can't move up and down the road anymore. All they get is one 360 panorama from their start location, and that is it. Then, if we get to the tiebreaker, as we do all best of threes, the tiebreaker is NMPZ. That is no moving, panning, or zooming. That is one still singular image. That's all the players get. It's our hardest game mode. It's always fun to see. And guys, with that said, we can take a look at the scoring here. We're all trying to gain points toward the world ranking here. Each player is gaining points each game with a total possible of 3 points per match that's played. And as you can see here, if it goes 2-1, the winner is going to get 2 points and the loser will still get 1 point toward that world ranking, as they still did get 1 game win within the matchup. But if a player manages to win in a 2-0 fashion, with 3 points being on offer, they'll gain all 3 possible points, taking everything they can from that matchup. With that said, guys, this is where the world ranking is standing right now. We're getting real close to the end. Week 20, so things have really shaken up, and now this is getting close to being set in stone. Jake, talk to me about this world ranking here.
Yeah, well, we don't exactly see the clinching scenarios on these standings, but the top 12 are going to be the ones in the end who qualify directly for the World Championship. But if at the very least you want to qualify for your regional majors, you have to finish top 60% in your region, and there is still a lot to play for, particularly in the EMEA region, which we see on the right here. Players like Malfunction and Pan and Lenley are players that we're going to see play today, and some of them are right on the edge of where they need to be in order to qualify. So with just 2 weeks remaining, the pressure is as high as ever. Every point counts.
Yeah, I like your point about the EMEA major. That region right now is really hotly contested still, even with so little time left. So it's going to be really important to be taking a look over at how those EMEA players are doing in this last 2 weeks here. But yeah, with that said, you were talking about some of these players really needing points. We can take a look over at the schedule, and we can see just how you were talking about Pan right there. One of those players who really needs some points right now is up against Lenley as our first match of the day. That's going to be an exciting one, possibly actually the one I'm looking forward to the most of the day, personally. Lenley's been forming amazingly well. We've all seen it, but Pan, too, has been really surprising us and is actually much more at risk than Lenley is. Lenley is a lot more confidently in that top section of his respective region. However, Pan right on the outskirts there, but definitely has the skill to make it back up and qualify, but he's up against a very tough opponent. So I assume this match is going to bring us some excitement, a fun one to start the day, Lenley versus Pan. I mean, Jake, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, like you said, this is super important, especially for Pan, who is currently sitting outside of the qualification region for EMEA. And again, he only has a few matches left to play with, so he needs to get some wins on the board. But it's important for Lenley, too, who, while he should qualify pretty comfortably for the EMEA Major, he wants to qualify directly for the World Championship, and he's definitely in a more perilous position when it comes to that. So he needs to get wins on the board as well if he wants to guarantee that. But I mean, these are two amazing players. We've seen it all throughout the World League. Pan was a player that I thought was underrated, and I still think he's underrated, and maybe his place in the ranking right now doesn't quite show how good he is, but he's got 3 matches left to play, and if he can put together some stellar performances, he definitely still has a chance.
Agreed. It's definitely doable. I mean, Pan 2-0'd Concus earlier in the league. If you want to talk about the skill that Pan does have, when it counts, when it matters, he can perform. So we'll see how he can do up against Lenley. They both, as you saw there, have the same amount of matches played, but Lenley much farther up on that leaderboard, as we've seen and talked about so far. So we'll get straight in and we'll see what happens here. Pan up against Lenley, round 1 moving.
And I think a big part of the reason why Lenley is higher up in the world ranking than Pan right now is because Lenley's a little bit stronger when it comes to the moving mode, which is, of course, played first in every single match. Pan has won just 11 moving games out of 35, whereas Lenley has won, I believe, 19 out of 35. So that's a pretty serious difference. And, you know, in a best of 3, when you play moving first, and when you don't even play an MPZ, if you don't get there, if it's not 1-1 when you get there, being good at moving absolutely pays off.
Yeah, it definitely does. And Lenley, just as you're talking about him, starts off with a really nice guess on the round 1, deals almost 1,000 points of damage to start us off.
And again, every point here, every game is critical for both these players, but Pan in particular, who is hanging on the edge and absolutely needs to win some games.
Yeah, definitely does. Pan also, I realized, I think is our youngest player in the World League. Fun fact.
Does he know his bus stops? We have a Swedish bus stop. I want to say it's Gävleborg, but it might be Dalarna. He has clicked Gävleborg, so I'm thinking he may have it right here.
Wow.
It's hard to remember sometimes which ones are which, because a lot of the red Swedish bus stops look quite similar. But I think I like Pan's guess here. Yep.
Yeah, that's a great guess from Pan. Comeback after the round 1. Now deals 1,300 points of damage. Pan takes the lead.
If he could win this moving game, this would be massive for his confidence going into the no move. Round 3. Looks like we have Fort St. James, it says. I feel like I've heard of that. I think it's in northern Canada. I can't place it right now, but it looks like neither player has decided to zoom in. Lenley may be giving it a look.
Yeah, looks like he's giving it a little scan here. But
We
Pan,
can't see what
around.
he sees.
True.
But Fort St. James, again, he sees that. I don't remember off the top of my head where it is, but Lenley, it looks like he's having some trouble finding it. Pan's moving, but he's not finding anything, so I think he's just going to have to vibe guess this as well. He's got Fort St. John. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Lenley's found it. Pan's making a region guess, I would assume, here. Didn't find any more information. Timer runs out.
Same guess, though, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty similar guesses, but Pan keeps his lead there, deals a little bit more damage. Lenley grabs a sip of the water, locks in. Round 4.
Wow. Okay. Italy, we've got interesting landscape with these rock walls and insta-sending in Puglia, which I think makes sense. You got a ton of rock walls down in the southeast in the sort of boot heel area of Italy. So both players seeing that. I think Lenley's scanning for the road. He's got 3 seconds to do it, but looks like he won't find it.
It definitely is still worth scanning there to maybe find it at the last second.
No way.
Yeah, they make the same guess. Yeah, you gonna wave? Come on, guys.
Ah.
No, this game means too much to them.
They're too locked in for such things as waving.
I guess, sadly. It's okay. Round 5. We're in, we're off. Little South Africa action by the looks of it here. Got some left drive, Gen 4.
Yeah, Lenley's average moving score in South Africa is over 4,800. Very impressive. Don't know how large the sample size is for that, but he definitely knows what he's doing. And he's like going a good deal more north at the moment than Pan is.
I think I might like Pan's guess a little bit more here. He locks it in. This kind of feels like that green, sort of close to coastal area to me. But Lenley's guess not too bad either.
Yeah, he's by the coast. It's just a very different part of coast. I don't know who's right here, but this could be big.
Yeah, that's Pan. Oh my, 3 times multi too.
He's gonna win it.
That's gonna win him the game.
That is so big for Pan. Again, we said his weakest mode is moving. He'd only won 11 out of 35 coming into this match. That is massive for him. If he can win the no move and get a 3-0, he's going to be right back in the mix for that EMEA qualification spot.
Wow, let's see if he can do it. And against Lenley of all people at that, we'll see. We're going to no move now. No more moving up and down the road. Let's see how they fare. Lenley waves at the start of the... Okay, Pan waves back.
There you go.
Wave to start off the no move.
I'll accept that as atonement for the previous infraction.
We can accept that. Alright, Puerto Rico here, round 1. Not a lot to go off of in terms of where in Puerto Rico you're going to be at here, but they're both just kind of going to make hedges. Lenley's going to be a little bit closer on the round 1. 4. Quick little 4 points of damage. We got a round 2.
Yep, not too much to speak of there. We'll see if this round is a bit more interesting. Looks like a Bangladesh here. This can be a tricky country to region guess, but has been studied pretty extensively, so see what they make of it. I mean, a big clue in Bangladesh is the season of the coverage, and the way to tell the season and sort of relatively equatorial country like this is to look at the rice. The rice might be growing, it might be already grown, it might be, well, you can look at the rice, and a lot of the coverage was taken in different seasons in different places, so that can help you narrow it down. That among several other things.
Rice meta. Rice meta goes hard. Learn your rice, chat.
They're both sending right in the middle, which is never a terrible idea. Does end up being northeast.
22. We're getting some good damage numbers here. Got a 4, and then a 2-2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Round 3.
My guess is our damage number is going to be a little bit higher on this one, but
I agree.
I guess that we're in Brazil here, somewhere possibly northeast is my thought. Yeah,
I like that. This is where I slam Ciara and go next, and it's actually Bahia.
They are both pretty much in the same place here, as far as I can tell. Lenley might be a little more north.
Yeah, but they're quite close. Yeah.
Wow, what a guess.
That's a really nice guess there. Lenley deals some serious damage. It's 892 now. Pan, 5100 health. Alright, round 4 here. 2.5 times multi. Ooh.
Oh, Inverclyde. Wait, Inverclyde, that's a council area in Scotland, Western Scotland. I think it's like west of Glasgow, if I remember correctly.
Pan is in Inverness. I think he's just seeing kind of the similarity in the words there, but...
Yeah. Inver this, Inver that. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah. The Clyde is the river that goes through Glasgow, so Inverclyde, yeah, it's west of... Lenley sees Clydebank. Yeah, he's on the Clyde. I think he's onto something here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He's going to be close here. Or I think he might actually get the 5k.
Oh. 2.5 times damage. This is going to be some points.
Yeah, definitely will be a few. Pan sticking with Inverness for now. But Lenley, I believe, is right on it here. He should have 5k.
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, Pan actually switched.
Oh, Pan did last second. Switch to the second. That saves him some points.
I don't know if it was a case of I'm just going to click middle and hedge, or if it was, wait, I think it's down here, but he didn't have time to like actually get his pin all the way over there. I'm not sure. But either way, Lenley dominant so far in this no-move game, but Pan, of course, still in it.
Yeah, an amazing 5K from Lenley. Really nice stuff. Let's see round 5 here. I can't finish this cast and not mention Pan's solo leveling profile picture there on his pin. Anyone in the chat? No. The Sung Jinwoo profile pic. What a guess.
16 kilometers away in rural India. And Lenley was only unreal. 84. I mean, if Lenley had made a bad guess, he could have lost there, but they were both so close. Wow. Australia here. Hard to say where. I suppose my first thought was Western with the red soil, but I'm not too sure. And looks like the players aren't either.
This is a kind of a tough one, honestly.
I mean, in Western Australia, you often get yellow signposts, which we don't see here, but there are only a couple signposts, and they're by a railroad, so who knows how reliable they are, but players are opting to go in the east, which, again, with the lack of yellow signposts... Oh, wait, it's white car. Western Australia doesn't have white car, I don't think so. I think it should be more east.
Yeah, they are both east. Yeah. Lenley's in South New South Wales, and Pan's in
more
North New South Wales. It's right in between them.
All of that for a 42.
Yeah. Wow. All right, round 7. 4 times multiplier now. Both players in the green on health, but Lenley definitely with a lead here, about 1,000 points.
Kilmarnock, it says. This is another Scottish place name moment. Kilmarnock is a town in central Scotland. I think it's kind of between Edinburgh and Glasgow. It might be a little bit south. Like, I don't think it's Northern Ireland though. I think it's Scotland. Yeah, Kilmarnock. You see it there on the northwest of Pan's map.
Somebody sub Jake in. He's so ready.
Well, I mean, if you give me place names, I can find stuff. The thing is, yeah, Pan's too far east, so Lenley's not actually that far away.
Wow. It's still 720 points of damage, evens it up a little bit. Lenley's still in the lead, though.
Yeah, it was a nice region guess from Pan, but he didn't seem to see the written info there. Is this Cambodia, this one? I think so, with the architecture and the palms we see in the distance.
I think so too. Yeah, those houses look much more Cambodian than India. For those watching at home wondering why we might be thinking about India and Cambodia, they have a similar camera quality here that you can see. A bit blurrier. Common. If you're a Google Street View meta user.
Get your guess in. Oh my gosh.
Pan finally last second goes Cambo as well, and he's closer. Oh, look at the relief on Pan's face there. That's 1,200 points of damage.
He had about 1 second when he put his pin down. That was a little too close for comfort there.
Yeah.
Especially when you're fighting for a spot at the regionals. You don't want to lose by not putting your pin down.
Definitely not. Round 9, we're getting close to that round limit here. Again, both players still in the green, but Lenley just about 300 points away from the yellow. We'll see what happens here if Pan can deal some more damage, or if Lenley can deal some back to Pan. 40 seconds left to go in Nigeria, and Pan locks it in. Lenley's still kind of looking around, trying to make his region guess.
Ooh, he's a lot more south right now. I'm not sure. I can't quite tell how south or north this is. It's a tough round, but this could be big once again. 5x damage.
But it's right in between them. It's still 1,300 points of damage.
This is round 10. If Pan can make a good guess here, he wins 2-0. And it looks like Spain, which, well, it's not over, but this is probably good for Pan. It's a relatively small country. If he can make a decent region guess, he can win right here.
let's see, they're both kind of Western Spain, Extremadura area. Lenley is going to be closer, but I don't think that's going to deal enough damage. It's not. It's not. With that, Pan takes it on the round limit, winning 2-0 against Lenley, getting 3 points to that world ranking.
So big for Pan, so big. He needed to win that, and yeah, that's a massive result, and that's tough for Lenley because again, he's going to qualify for the majors, but we don't know if he's going to qualify for the World Championship, and with 0 points out of that match, that's a big blow to his chances.
Definitely. Yeah, Lenley also needed some points there just to really secure things, but he's definitely still making it to that major, so he's secure in that. But for Pan, it's given him a really good shot here now at getting into that major last second. We'll see how everything shakes up at the end of the day, seeing how everyone's points are, and then, of course, at the end of the next week, we'll know for sure. But a fun one to start the day. Pan did perform very well. Lenley did perform very well as well. It must be said. I mean, that no-move game especially was a very close game. So, in the end, does go to Pan. He takes it. That's how we start the day. But guys, we have another match coming up in this slot. It's going to be Malfunction versus Strafon, which I also think should be a very, very fun one. 2 players sort of surprising us, I would say, in some capacities. More people, I think, would say knew Malfunction in the community before coming into this than Strafon, but both have ended up coming out and being very impressive here in this World League. Let's see their stats, take a look at everything, and get straight into this match up against these 2 Titans. Let's take a look.
So Strafon and Malfunction, we get to see Strafon play 3 times today, and yeah, he is definitely kind of like Lenley in the last match. He's fighting for a spot at direct qualification for the World Championship, whereas Malfunction is right around where Pan is, needs to get some wins on the board. And it's very possible that one of Malfunction or Pan will take the last spot at the EMEA Regionals, but you see where they are in the standings right now. Strafon just a little bit higher up. I mean, to be fair, if Strafon has a really rough run of form, he's only played 34 matches, so he could still also drop out. So definitely still needs to get some points on the board, but this is absolutely critical for Malfunction. She needs to get as many points as she can in these last couple days.
Yeah, definitely. And I like your point there. Strafon only with 34 matches. If he happened to, let's say, lose all the rest of his matches, he could definitely lose that qualification spot he's holding on to here. So we'll see how this goes. They're off on round 1, and it's looking like a New Zealand to start us off.
Malfunction with a bit of a change of scenery. This is not the room that she's normally in, so we'll see if it brings her luck.
Oh, true.
Wow. Invercargill here. Thinking about it. Yeah, so it looked like we had a holy pole. So the poles with holes in them, they're found in the North Island, and they're found in Southland, which is the southernmost region of the South Island. So Southland is currently where Malfunction is looking. She has a very specific guess. Does she know?
Yeah,
like, that was
I'm not
so
sure.
confident.
Maybe it lined up. We'll see here. Timer's running out. Strafon, get a guess in. 3 seconds to go. He opens the map. He's going North Island, near Auckland.
That is insane.
It's Southland.
What?
What is that from Malfunction?
What a guess. That's unbelievable. She knew the road. I don't know if she'd seen it before, if there's something particular about the poles or the landscape or the fences or something, but that is incredible. And again, this is exactly what she needs. It's the perfect time for this.
Yeah, amazing way to start that matchup. Strafon already on 3,200 health. We're going to round 2 here, looking like a Brazil. We do have some phone codes here, which are super helpful in Brazil. We mention it all the time. And they're both down in Rio Grande do Sul.
Yep. Area code was 54, which is one of the Rio Grande do Sul area codes. I don't remember exactly which one it is. I think it's the northeast one. I think Malfunction's got the town again. Wow. I mean, if Strafon has the rough right area, he'll be okay here, but Malfunction is locked in right now.
So locked. Let's see where Strafon follows. He's close by, but Malfunction, another 4999.
Wow. And Malfunction, it has to be said, worth she's known as one of the best moving players in the world, one of the best pinpointers in the world, and even though this format doesn't allow her to sort of fully showcase her skill in that regard, when she plays moving games, you see how quick and how precise she is, and it really is impressive to watch.
Let's see if she can keep it up here, round 3. Strafon's in the yellow, needs a comeback. Both players have some signs here. I wonder what Malfunction sees on that one. It was a little harder for us to read here.
Yeah, I didn't quite see it, but she is once again zooming in pretty far, so I wonder if she has something. Maybe looking for a town or something along the New South Wales coast. Oh, Tweed Heads.
Yeah,
it did say Tweed on the
that.
sign. Yeah.
It said Tweed. Is that where it is? Oh, Strafon. 5 seconds. Open your map up. I mean, he's going to go New South Wales, it looks like, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. No, Malfunction. Wow. Once again, so close. Strafon's already in the red as we go into round 4.
I mean, Malfunction doing exactly what she needs to do so far. Strafon's weakest mode is definitely moving, so she had to take advantage of this, and she is really doing that so far. Strafon's won 16 moving games out of 33. Malfunction's won 18 out of 35, so honestly it's pretty close, but she definitely is the more experienced player when it comes to this mode.
This time Strafon opting to just get a guess and quick. He says, I can't let Malfunction have any time anymore. Even still, Malfunction, you're joking. What is that?
I mean, you can't blame Strafon for thinking that way. After how the first 4 rounds have gone, he's thinking, all right, I need to just stop moving around. I need to just put a pin down and make a guess, because letting her move is not doing him any favors. We've got rural Brazil, which, honestly, if he has a decent idea, I feel like the play for Strafon here is just to guess right now and
Agreed.
Not let Malfunction get to anything. But they are both moving, and they're moving in opposite directions, so we will see what happens here.
Let's see, Strafon, what are you gonna do? You've already let 40 seconds go by.
It looks like it may come down to a region guess anyway for both players, and in a big country like this with 3x multiplier, it doesn't even matter what happened in the last 4 rounds. Strafon could still win it right here with a good
Let's
guess.
see, Minas Gerais from Strafon. Malfunction in Goiás, I believe. It's Tocantins.
Is that enough? No. Okay.
Oh, not enough to end it, but she deals a bunch more damage, putting Strafon on 355.
Wow, he's hanging on by a thread, but as we've seen many times, all it takes is 1 round to flip the fortunes. So we have India, another really tricky country. Is the language? Language looks like Kannada on that sign, which is interesting because the rest of the language looked more like Hindi or Marathi. So he's clicking on the border between Maharashtra and Karnataka, which honestly makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Got multiple languages. Some of the south ones and then the ones you get in the north. So yeah, nice guess there. We'll see if that ends up being where it is, though. Neither player's found too much super solid information so far.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've seen so far has looked Hindi or Marathi, but Strafon saw the Kannada on that little trike, and he's going way south. Malfunction's much more north. This could be game in either direction.
Oh, this is it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Wow. That's gonna do it, isn't it?
Strafon
Oh
takes
my.
the game on that. On round 6. Just over 6,000 health when Malfunction was flawlessing.
Man, if you want a textbook definition of multi-merchant, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, that is absolutely brutal for Malfunction. She won every round up to that point, and then got so unlucky. I mean, we saw that New Zealand guess in round 1. It's like, if there's multipliers on that, it's over immediately. Wow. Well, we'll see if Malfunction gets shaken up, or if she's just, in a rage now and is going to go absolutely crazy. But that is such a tough way to lose a game.
Yeah, I like what you said. That's definition of the multi-merchant right there. You're getting flawless, and then you get one insane guess with the high multis.
I like a North Maluku here, I'm not going to lie. West Sumatra, you do see similar polls, so I understand the guess here from Strafon as well, but I kind of thought more North Maluku landscape-wise, but we'll see. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's that island. That island is so sneaky. It has weird polls. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So tricky, but again, good start for Malfunction, but we said that last time, and look what happened. So, let's see if she can close it out.
Croatia here, round 2. That's what Malfunction's thinking. She's got the guess in. The Plonk is down, and locks it as well. Strafon, where are you gonna follow? 10 seconds to go. Croatia as well. They're going to be right on top of each other basically here.
Yep.
He's a little farther
north,
makes maybe,
perfect sense.
but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. 14. Quick little 14. Going to round 3. 2 times multiplier now. Prediction favoring Strafon here. Looking like Argentina. Or is Strafon thinking Chile? They're right both there on the border on the opposite sides of it.
Yeah, I feel like both countries are possible here. I'm not really sure which one we have, but again, if it is either one, with how tall the mountains are, I imagine we'd be pretty close to the border. Both of them trying to line up a road in the mountains here.
I do like Strafon's guess. He's locked in too. Malfunction's still over on the Argentina side, but they're close by. Yeah, wow. It's the Chile side. That's a really great guess from Strafon. Deals some damage here, but Malfunction still has the lead.
Yeah, it's a crazy guess. Looked like he was on the right road there.
Yeah.
Very, very well played. What is this, though? Philippines? Indonesia? I'm not sure. Wow,
Malfunction quick Lampung. Wow.
I mean, with the tiled roof, I like Java/Lampung, that kind of area. I mean, without that, I might have been in the Philippines here, but I think it makes sense. And they're both actually going for Lampung.
Both there.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Really nice guesses from the both of them. Strafon will be a little bit closer, though. Malfunction still with a decent lead here, though.
Yeah, I mean, we thought 6K to 350 was a decent lead, and then look what happened.
True.
When the multis get high enough, there's no such thing as a decent lead, unfortunately. It just goes so crazy. You just never know what you're gonna see. What have we got here? Both going for Eastern Croatia. Wow, impressive again.
Very impressive. Strafon's making some really nice guesses now. Maybe it was a warm-up at the beginning, getting kind of dominated there by Malfunction. And now, gained some confidence back after a crazy guess in India. Now he's playing pretty well, trying to chip away more of Malfunction's health. But still, Malfunction does have that lead. But of course, as you said, with the multis, we've seen what that lead can actually mean.
Function thinking South Dakota here. I do like the guess. I think I prefer US to Canada here, even though you never really know when you just have a flat open landscape like this. Yeah, I think it's a reasonable place to go. We'll see where Strafon goes, if he follows or goes in a different place. He's going Texas. I mean, the pavement kind of makes sense for Texas, but it also feels maybe a little too, I don't know, cold to be Texas? I'm not sure. We'll see who's right. Oh my.
Strafon! What?
And he wins again.
He wins again, 2-0! Strafon, what is that guess? And he takes it. GG.
I mean, we can call it a multi-merchant in the first game, but he played incredibly well in the second game. I mean, his guesses were so close every single time. And
Yeah.
you have to say, you can't take anything away from him in that second game. He locked in, got a big win, and again, Strafon is in contention for those auto qualification spots for the World Championship, so that is a big 2-0 win for him, and the 2-0 loss for Malfunction is a big blow.
Yeah, definitely. And I do like what you said there. I mean, Strafon on the no move, that was a deserved no move win. He played very well. Whether or not the moving win was necessarily deserved, don't know if I would say so off of that. Though the India guess was insane. Very nice thought process there to go that far south because of the two languages. But that's what happened over there on the schedule, and you can see now where people are standing here relative to those major spots. Strafon there in 9th in the EMEA major. You can see he's pretty confidently there, but Malfunction there. 55 points. Really needed some points there and could not get any. Pan has now overtaken her as well, just on the outskirts of making it into that major. So Pan's quite close here. Those points are definitely nice for him. But guys, with that said, that's it for the first little slot. We're going to go to a little break, and when we come back, we're going to see Strafon again, but he's actually going to be up against Concus. Very difficult match coming up here for Strafon. We'll see what he can do up against him. But in the meantime, we're going to have a quick break, go get a snack, hang out a little bit, and yeah, when we come back, Strafon versus Concus.
Dear fans of GeoGuessr, it's time for us to explore the world. Come and support your favorite players as they fight it out in the virtual boxing ring. The prize? A ticket to the World Cup. This year's major locations are Japan, inside the iconic Tokyo Tower. United States at DreamHack Dallas, one of the largest gaming festivals in the world. And finally, Sweden at the newest gaming festival, Glitched, in Jönköping. Go to geoguessr.com/World Cup for more information. We will see you there.
I got a chance to see Blinky lift the trophy after that insane grand final. With 2025 right around the corner, I have an idea.
GeoGuessr 2025 World Cup? Denmark? Let me show you what Copenhagen has to offer. We have historic buildings, world-class dining. We got the best beer in the world. Presumably. I welcome you to Copenhagen and the KB Hall, the venue of the 2025 GeoGuessr World Cup Finals.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GeoGuessr World League. Bit of a longer break there. Hope you had a chance to grab some food, use the restroom, whatever you need to do. But we're back for more games, and we're ready to go, guys. I'm your host, Bloom, joined by Jake Lyons today, walking you through the games, hanging out, chatting, casting, having a good time. Guys, it's Strafon versus Concus coming up next. I cannot wait. Jake, to me, let's get straight into it. So talk to me about these players.
Yeah, so we saw Strafon in the last match against Malfunction with a convincing 2-0 victory. Concus, I believe, is in second place in the league overall right now, one of the best players in the world. And yeah, I mean, not a lot for Concus to play for in particular, I would say. You know, he's already going to qualify for the World Championship directly, so he doesn't need to worry too much. But, you know, he wants to keep that win rate up. He wants to finish as high as he can in the league, so he'll still be trying to get wins, of course. But Strafon, it's a more important match for him. I think he's likely to qualify at this point for the majors at least, but if he goes on a great run of form, he could qualify directly for the World Championship by finishing top 12, and that would be a huge result for him. So this is not going to be an easy match, but still a lot to play for Strafon.
Yeah, let's see what he can do here up against the first ever world champion, Concus. We'll see. I'm curious how this moving game is going to go, especially after that Malfunction one. Because, yeah, as we mentioned in the Malfunction game, Strafon definitely not a moving main. So, see how he does up against Concus.
We shall see. Yeah, so like we said, Strafon, not as much of a moving player. Definitely his weakest mode, although he has won about half of his moving games. But Concus has been very, very good at moving. He's won 27 out of 34 so far, which is incredibly impressive. So we will see if he can keep that up. Concus, one of the most balanced players in the world. Really impressive what he can do. He had a sign there. Oh, there's a better one.
Yeah, there it is.
That's in the north, site of a famous battle. Yep.
Strafon has it.
I'm not sure Concus actually knows where Verdun is, which is slightly surprising to me. We'll see if he can find it, but looks like he might not, so this could be a good start for Strafon.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's going to find it. He's leaving it central here. I mean, no multi yet, so it won't be insane, but Strafon!
5K.
He's going to start us off with the 5K!
Always a fun way to start. Well, yeah, maybe a bit of an unexpected start there, but yeah, maybe Strafon, he locked in after the last one, and now he's just gonna play crazy in every single match he plays.
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of that intro talking about how Strafon not the strongest at moving, especially compared to those like Concus, and he hits us with the 5K to start. This time on round 2 here, though, Concus is the one with some signs. They do look like pretty small towns. And you've got the 525 road. I wonder if on his screen, at his level of zoom, he can see that or not. It seems like he's looking for it.
I think he's looking for it. I'm pretty sure Strafon went right past this sign. Like, I don't think he went the other direction. I think he just missed the sign, which is an easy thing to do in Denmark because they're very small and low to the ground. So Concus knew what to look for, and he spotted the signs, but again, Denmark is a small country. I don't imagine that this is going to be too big damage, or maybe Strafon can even find it with, you know, the 5 seconds he has left in the sign here, but he's going to be okay, but Concus will be close here.
I mean, that was a crazy... you have to say, that's a crazy find from Strafon at the last second there. I mean, Concus was using that one sign for almost the entire round, gets the very impressive 4999. But Strafon finds one of those tiny towns on that sign with about 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, he did have the road number as well, and the road numbers are pretty sort of logically organized across Denmark. The first digit is fairly consistent. So, yeah, nicely done by Strafon, especially given the short amount of time he had to actually locate that. Ooh. Yeah, good luck standing for state routes. They are pretty hard to find nowadays with the new map. You have to sometimes zoom very far in to find them. So Concus is scanning for the Pennsylvania 45, but I don't know how findable it's going to be. I mean, State College is where Penn State is. It's just, yeah, it's just there. I think Strafon is quite close here, yeah.
Oh my.
Concus, I think, is looking for the road. I don't think he has any town names, and the road's just going to be harder to find. So Strafon again, I think, is going to have the advantage on this one.
Let's see, timer's running out. Yeah, Strafon. Really nice guess. Once again, 2 times damage. Some points there. Concus on 4,400 health. Strafon still close to full.
Yeah, an excellent start for Strafon here in the moving. Perhaps not what we expected, but again, you can never count Concus out, and the thing is that he's so consistent. It's like, as long as he stays within striking distance, like he's not going to drop enough points to lose, and then if you make one mistake, he's going to punish you.
Yep.
So Strafon needs to keep his wits about him here. Both moving north. Concus just a little bit ahead, but they're pretty close to each other. That looks like maybe an Alabama plate on Strafon's screen. I only saw it briefly.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Why is it in Spanish? What?
Interesting.
That's weird.
He does have a phone code there. Does he know it? He's in Alabama.
Yeah, they're both going for Alabama.
Close to Montgomery, both of them. Just opposite sides here. But Strafon! Closer again. Strafon is playing out of his mind today now.
That's a crazy guess. I don't know if he knew the area code or just made a crazy region guess, but that is so impressive. Is this more US? My goodness, we've had quite a bit
Yeah.
of US. I think that's 3 rounds in a row.
I think so.
Well, so far it's been Strafon who has done better, but you never know when the fortunes will flip here.
Yeah, if anyone can do it, it's going to be Concus. He definitely has that comeback ability. Never count him out till it's over. 3 times multiplier on round 5 now, so anything is possible. School of Appalachian Arts, so that definitely helps in some capacity. Going to be in Appalachia.
Yeah, I would imagine both players will figure that out at least just based off the landscape, but who knows? I don't know if that sign says any state or anything more specific than Appalachian, but we do have, ooh, I think that's a Virginia state shield there that Strafon has. He also has US 11, so they're actually quite close to each other.
They are. Wow, okay. Concus a little closer on that one. Deals a tiny bit of damage there. Just basically just a go next. Round 6 now. We've finally left the US.
Yep, looks like maybe Spain? I don't know why there was a yellow line on the road, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sign for
Yeah,
Madrid
looks like
there.
Spain.
And the M prefix here that you see, I believe that puts us within the autonomous community of Madrid, which is where you see the M road prefixes.
Oh, I think Concus has it.
Concus is right on it, I believe, yeah, but as long as Strafon, yeah, he's going to be close enough here, even if he doesn't find the exact road.
They have different road numbers by the looks of it as well, too. So, yeah, Strafon's just going to go center of Madrid, hedge it. Concus with the 4999. Some damage there, but still Strafon holding on to a nice lead.
Yep. Honestly, I've been impressed so far with Strafon's gameplay. Do we have... Oh, we have rhubarb here. So this rhubarb plant is found most often around Chiloé, which is that big island, but with how big the mountains are here, we should probably be just sort of in the Andes, straight east of Chiloé Island. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that rhubarb plant is by far the most common in this area, where both players are zoomed in.
Yeah, makes sense here on the 7 as well. See if they can line anything up. You see both players just looking down, trying to line up the road angle here, but actually their angles are a little different because they're on different parts of the road, I think.
Yep. Yeah, always tough to line up a road that curves this much. Maybe scanning for the river crossing or something, but again, I don't think the damage is going to be too significant here.
Agreed. Yeah, right on top of each other. That's wave worthy. Yeah, there,
Yes.
Concus. Oh, great.
Okay,
Both
Strafon
got the
didn't
wave
wave
in.
back, so he...
I think he
Oh, did he?
he did.
Oh, he
think
did?
so.
Okay. My bad then. Colombia.
Ooh, round
Hans'
8.
average
Polo.
score is so high. Oh, we have
Yeah, that's
Antioquia polls.
high. Oh, we do.
So the pole paint at the bottom, that sort of short black, long yellow short black, is most commonly found in the department of Antioquia, which is where Medellin is in the north. It's quite flat here, honestly, so if it is Antioquia, I would think it's in the north of the department. But you never know how much damage could be dealt here. I mean, it's close enough between them. Ooh. Concus is a town name. It's like San Marcos or something. I didn't quite see it. San Marcos. Okay, yep. Concus has the town, but I
got
think
it.
Strafon's reasonably close, but we'll see if this changes the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Strafon's still with a nice guess there, but Concus grabbing the 5K. And what is that, 1,200 points of damage? It's a pretty even game now. Strafon's still technically with the lead, but it's really not by much at all, especially considering the 5 times multiplier we have now going into round 9.
What is that kilometer marker? I don't think I've even seen one that looks like that before. This is a tough one here. This could be very, very significant. Is that a volley pole? It almost looks like a volley pole with the square connector, but I might have seen it wrong. Interesting one here.
Yeah, this is a hard one, I'm not gonna lie. Hard to pinpoint this, but I like sort of the Nusa Island somewhere there. It could be a volley pole, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not
Definitely
sure.
Indonesia.
Mountains to the west. Strafon's just going near Jakarta. Concus 3 seconds. One of the best Indo players in the world.
And he's
He
on
goes for
East
Nusa
Nusa.
Tenggara.
Oh, this is it.
It's West
Strafon!
Java. Wow.
Strafon with the 4,600 beats Concus on Indonesia of all places.
Wow. That is a huge result, and when I saw that it was Indonesia round 9, I was thinking, oh man, this is really good for Concus, and he might win it here, but Strafon, against all odds, takes the moving game, and he keeps on rolling. 2-0 against Malfunction, and now leads 1-0 against the number 2 player in the World League.
Unreal day for Strafon so far. We'll see if he can take it all the way and beat Concus in the entire matchup. He's off to a great start here. Round 1 on the no move now. No more moving up and down the road, as we always say. Got a lot of oil palms here, a little oil palm plantation. I like the Sabah guess from Concus. Borneo Island, Malaysia can have a lot of these oil palms.
Yeah, we have a Sabah flag in the distance to the northwest, right
Oh,
next to the
yeah.
Malaysian flag. It's hard to see, though. It's kind of folded up. If you don't know the flags very well, it's probably hard to tell that that's a Sabah flag, but both players looks like they picked up on it.
Concus locked in here. Strafon not too far away, though, and he's a little bit closer for round 1. Only 126 points, so not much. We're going to go to round 2.
Yeah, Strafon has been extraordinary so far with his guesses. See if he keeps it up in this no move. He was so good against Malfunction. But again, Concus just so good, so consistent, so hard to beat. You can never count him out. Concus has won 25 no-moving games out of 34.
Wow.
Very, very high win rate. Strafon 22 out of 34, so very evenly matched.
Strafon making the guess here in Colombia, putting the pressure on Concus, but both pretty central north. Just a bit north of Bogota here. Yeah, really good guesses. Close ones at that. It's gonna be a quick little 12.
Not too much to write home about there, but again, I mean, the reason that there's not much to write home about is because the guesses are so good
Yeah.
that they just offset each other, but it's so easy to make mistakes and to click the wrong country or even just click the wrong part of the right country, and the damage can be huge. So it looks kind of insignificant when you get around like that, but it's really tough to get close in the first place, and the fact that they're both able to do it really speaks to their skill.
Yeah, that's a really great point. And even on a round like that, they're both in the correct city. I mean, what?
Did they have an area code there? I wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe there was an area code, but
I might have missed it too.
Crazy, honestly. Bhutan.
Round 4.
Okay. Well, interesting. I wonder if it's scannable, this sort of small town in the valley down there, but I mean, every populated place in Bhutan is a small town in a valley, so it's maybe going to be tough to narrow down.
Yeah, Bhutan's a small country, so yeah, regardless, not going to see too many points.
I think opting for very similar guesses here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're almost on top of each other. But just going to be a little bit farther west of them.
Yep, again,
What
their
a
guesses
game.
have been so similar so far. It's amazing how the pros kind of just think on the same wavelength. They just have the same ideas, they click the same places. We'll see if they do the same here. It does look like Argentina. Pretty distinctive looking mountain formations here. Both opting for very similar guesses.
Oh yeah, they're so close again. I mean, I love that point you were making. It's like, you see them not deal a lot of damage, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, just chalk that round, go next. But it's actually that they're both making such amazing guesses. It's so possible that someone could make, like, some of these rounds that end up being 10 points against other opponents could be 1,000. But
Yep.
right now they're on the same road, same dirt road in Argentina on round 5, making the same guess.
Same exact wavelength once again. It really is amazing. I mean, if I was playing in this match, there's a chance I would have lost already. Like, I might have 0 health at this point. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
that's kind
fair.
of... It really shows how amazing they are, because it's like, these haven't been easy rounds. They've just been on them every time.
Totally. We'll see what happens here. Round 6. Such a close game, both on 5,700 health. But this is definitely a hard one.
No doubt. Yeah, not sure what to make of this. I was thinking it was probably Canada over the US, but hard to even tell between those two. Strafon going for Thunder Bay.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he locks it in. I have no idea on this. I mean, this could be just about anything to me. They're unbelievable. Like, what even is it? That's
what?
insane. I don't even know how they did that.
That's unbelievable.
How did they know? Like, what was it about that round that gave away Thunder Bay? That's crazy. That
I mean,
looked
that's
like the most generic, like, middle of
Yeah.
nowhere Canadian round ever. That is so impressive.
That's a game ender in many other games.
Like, you could look at this score and think, every round's just been easy, go next. But, like, no, not at all.
Not at all. Round 7 already. And both players above 5k health right now.
We're
Certainly go in the US.
certainly in the US, but hard to tell much beyond that. And it can be really tough when you're just in kind of an urban or suburban area like this to get any sort of vibe for the landscape when a lot of the trees are planted and there's just not much to go off. But for once, it looks like their guesses are pretty different. Concus
Yeah.
going New York, Strafon down in Virginia, and it is New York.
It is New York. I mean, that's the first time we've really seen a big difference in the guesses, and because of it, we're seeing a really big point differential now. Strafon on 2,500 all of a sudden.
Yeah, the consistency is just amazing. But we have Urban Russia, which is just about the toughest kind of round you can get. So even if Strafon looks like he's way behind with multipliers this high in a country this large, you could flip immediately if Strafon can make a good guess.
That prediction was favoring Strafon in this, actually. He has a higher average guess score, no moving on Russia. So we'll see what he can do here. Strafon's locked.
Going downtown, Nizhny Novgorod. I mean, it's hard to say. We have some pine trees, we have some birch trees. I mean, it looks fairly generic as Russia goes, and the more urban the rounds get, the harder they get to guess. Concus is a good deal further east here. Wow.
Oh my. I mean, that's still 1,800 points of damage. You're kidding.
Wow. I mean, that's urban Russia for you. Again, I mean, if Strafon goes more east there, he can easily win, but it's like, it's so hard to tell where you are. But 2 rounds to go. Strafon hanging by a thread here in what looks like Western Australia. I don't know if that sign is legible to the players. It definitely isn't to us, but
Yeah.
they might be able to get something out of it.
Strafon? Wait.
Does he know? Why does it look like he knows? Oh, no, but the road curve's south, not north. Yeah, the curve's not quite right, but
It's not. That could be it.
maybe.
Possibly.
Wow, he is really going for a specific guess. But again, when they zoom in so far like that, it really makes you think that they know something that we don't. I think Concus is a good deal further south right now. Concus is insane.
Concus is on it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Unreal from Concus. He's on the road and he takes it to NMPZ.
Yeah, he was like, nobody beats me 2-0. Oh my gosh. I mean, Concus was unbeatable in that game. There's nothing that Strafon could have done. I mean, all he can do is stay alive. And he stayed alive for so long with amazing guesses, but Concus was so consistent. I mean, he didn't drop enough points in that entire game to lose 6,000 health, even if Strafon had 5k'd every single one. I mean, he was that good. Oh wait, that's not true. The Russia round. Forgot about that one. Yeah. But yeah,
No
Russia.
worries. Otherwise,
Russia is Russia. Yeah.
Round 1 now on the NMPZ, guys. No moving, panning, or zooming. It's just this image. That's all they get. Strafon locking in North Island, New Zealand. Makes a lot of sense there. Concus is going to follow suit.
Yep. Not much to speak of on that one, especially with no multipliers, but nice guess, especially from Concus there. But it's nice we get to see some NMPZ.
Yeah, gotta love NMPZ. Always a treat to get it.
Strafon so far
Hardest
8
game
out
mode.
of 15 NMPZ win rate. Concus 9 out of 10.
Wow. 90% win rate on NMPZ for Concus.
That is crazy. Both seem to think they're in Kazakhstan and are both clicking near Oskamen. I mean, I think it's largely because of the seasonal coverage, sort of autumn, winter coverage you get in this area of the country. But again, their guesses are so similar here.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, really nice guesses. Strafon deals some damage back. Close game. To start us off in NMPZ, we're going to round 3 now.
Looks like the U.S. Not easy. Strafon's average
Look at the
score-
prediction.
I think it's just because Strafon's probably had like 2 U.S. rounds in NMPZ, and one of
Yeah,
them he missed
true.
the country or something, because surely his average score wouldn't be that low. But yeah, they're both going New Mexico. Concus a bit more east, but wow, again, so good.
Again, Concus closer. 900 points of damage there. Concus now in a 1,000-point lead. Round 4. No moving, panning, or zooming.
Field in the middle of nowhere here. Oh goodness, what is this?
This is a
don't
tough
know.
one.
My first thought was like Taiwan or Japan or something with this vegetation, but I have no idea. North Philippines.
Luzon
I could
from
see
Swan,
that
okay.
too. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
Locam, so I guess it's probably not Japan. So I could see a Philippines, to be honest, but Concus looks like he's not sure at all. And he's going.
Concus
He's
is in
going
Peru.
This is game, surely.
Oh, it's game. Oh, it's game. Opposite continents.
Or is it?
Why? It's not going to be enough actually for the game, but that is crazy. I mean, that's one of the most difficult rounds we've seen in the World League so far. That is such a hard one.
Yeah, that's a crazy Thailand round. And Strafon looked a little frustrated with himself. He was probably considering Thailand as well, but I mean, impressive enough to get the continent on a round like that. So he did well and takes the lead for now.
Yeah, I'd love to sit here and say, oh, that's a blunder from Concus, but no, that round was so difficult. We do go on round 5, though. It doesn't end up being the game. Strafon 4,800 points now, though, to Concus's 3,200. So Strafon getting the right continent gets him some points still.
Yeah, this is tricky here. I mean, they look like they both believe it's Malaysia, but one of them is mainland, one of them is Borneo. Borneo got Gen 4 recently, so that can make this coin flip a lot harder. And there's not a lot in terms of clues here.
Yeah, there really isn't. But 3 times multiplier, a mainland versus a Sarawak, Borneo, Malaysia. I mean, this is some points. Nope. Strafon moves it to mainland last second. He is farther south, though. It is going to be mainland. That's going to keep Strafon in it, but he's going to take some serious damage. He's in the yellow now, 2,600 health.
Yeah, if he stays in Kuching there, I think he probably loses. So that's a big switch from Strafon. It keeps him in it. Again, he needs to win almost every game remaining if he wants to actually qualify directly for the World Championship. So he's definitely under some pressure here. Concus knows he's going to qualify one way or the other. So it's a big game for Strafon. Can he close it out?
30 seconds just about to go here in round 6. And Strafon's going to Vasco, Mexico. I do like it.
I do, yeah. I mean, you can always see this kind of fence in Colombia as well. If anything,
True.
I would say that the infrastructure / architecture looks a bit more Mexican, but I don't know. It's a tough coin flip. The eternal Mexico-Colombia coin flip.
It's a classic. Concus moves it up to Mexico as well, joins him. Neighboring state, however, but Strafon will be closer in the right state. Deals 1,000 points of damage there. Strafon takes the lead. We go to round 7.
Back and forth. Roller coaster of a game here. Round 7. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Ooh.
North Prairies I like here. They're both zooming in on the same exact thing in Manitoba. Again, if they think it's here, then I believe them. I mean,
Yeah, I trust.
if they know this road, if they know this coverage, then yeah. But it's just a big, wide road that looks very, very northern. So I think they're pretty much in the same place. Probably on the same road here.
Yeah, they're so close to each other.
Yeah.
Wow, Strafon's gonna be closer again. It's 1,400 points of damage. Concus is on 771 health. This is such an unreal game. I mean, there's been so many rounds where with other players, the game would have been over many times on all of these game modes.
Concus got the right road in northern Manitoba, and he almost lost. I mean,
Yeah,
like
what?
It's amazing. Like, the amount, it can't be understated, the amount of precision that it takes to even survive to get to the next round. I mean, with the consistency that these players have, it's absolutely crazy.
Round 8 now, looking like Thailand, and again, they're both so close to each other, so maybe it ends up being enough to take Concus out.
It is, I think.
Is that enough? I think it is. It will be. That's Strafon. 2-1 against Concus.
Huge win for Strafon against the 2023 world champ. We will see if it's enough for him to actually, you know, if he can keep up the run of form, keep up the momentum, win his next match in the next time slot, Strafon definitely has a chance to sneak into that top 12 with how he's playing today.
Yeah, definitely. We're getting straight into Pan Armani because that game did take a while, so apologies for the abrupt switch, but we want to give you guys as much of the game as possible. Pan Armani, we are on the no move between them already, and Armani looks like he's flawlessing no move, but Pan won the moving game.
And we saw Pan with the 2-0 against Lenley earlier, and we said every game here matters so much for Pan, given his spot in the standings. Armani, too. I mean, Armani's not... I don't think he's mathematically eliminated yet. He would need to have a crazy run at the end if he wants to sneak into the EMEA Major, but I still think he can do it. But Pan, I mean, he won 2-0, and now he's up 1-0. If he could win this game as well, he really does have a chance. What do we have here?
Yeah, difficult one for the round 5. Pan did manage to deal a bit of damage there for the first time in the no move on the first round we saw, but it's not much.
What country are we even looking at here? I don't know. Red soil, very green. It's like sugarcane by the side of the road. Could it be Brazil or Thailand? That was my other thought. Yeah, my first two thoughts were Brazil and Thailand with this sort of red soil and these hills, but I'm not sure here.
Wow, this is a hard one.
Both going Thailand, yep.
Yeah, both in Thai at the end. I do like it. Yeah, it's just going to be Thai, Pan. Going to be a little bit closer there. 786 points of damage.
And again, it doesn't look like very significant damage, but getting the country there is not easy, and it's impressive enough that both players were able to do that. Pan's average score here is very, very high in Chile.
That is a nice score there. We'll see what can be seen in these signs here. Also worth noting, I know Armani is quite sick right now. Oh, it's Krico. It says it right there.
It says it on the sign that they're both looking at here, but I don't think Armani's picked it up. Oh, looks like he has now.
He has. There he goes. Yeah, I was just saying, I know Armani is definitely sick right now, so hopefully it's not affecting his play too much. Looks like it isn't there. I mean, he's gonna get the 4998 over the 4997. 4 points.
Holding his own so far in the no move, but still 4 rounds to go with high multipliers. These can change in a heartbeat here. Got concrete road, what looks like the Philippines once again. With no written information, the Philippines is always a really difficult country. Armani opting for, I think, a fairly similar guess to his last Philippines guess. I don't remember exactly where he was, but they're both just kind of going middle here.
Yeah, these sort of middle hedges. Makes sense. Okay, Pan's locked in. They're both really close to each other. Armani doing a little water hedging by the looks of it. Yeah, he does, but Pan will be closer. Chipping away more damage. Again, when we joined in on this no-move game, Armani was flawlessing. But now Pan's been dealing some damage. Round 8.
Well, the multipliers are the right time to be doing damage.
Yeah.
Is this Indonesia? Yeah, Lombok zoom from Armani. I don't mind the nooses with this sort of rock wall that we have by the road, but I could easily see almost anywhere in Indonesia. This is really difficult. See
where
what
Pan decides to
for.
go. Yeah, Armani's locked.
3
And you got
seconds.
2 seconds. Where are you gonna
Oh,
go?
he's
Oh my
going
god, he's
North
going
Sumatra.
North Sumatra.
And it's Armani.
It's Timor in the end, but Armani wins the no move, and we're getting an MPZ.
Yeah, great guess from Armani. Those rock walls that we saw by the side of the road there are very, very common around Timor and Rote, which is where the location ended up being. So Armani had the vibe, and Pan was just lost. He had no idea and kind of just panic-clicked North Sumatra at the end there, but it's a big win for Armani. And again, this NPC is really, really important for both players.
Yeah. Pan's going to start us off with a closer guess, however. Deal a little bit of damage there to start us off, but nothing crazy. Small country. We're going to move on to round 2. Also worth noting, Armani definitely an NMPZ main, so he's in his comfy territory now. We'll see if he ends up taking it here. Round 2. Looking like Brazil.
Yeah, Armani definitely a really strong NMPZ player, and it's a shame for him that this format doesn't necessarily guarantee that you'll get to the NMPZ, because if he was able to play NMPZ in every single match, I would guess that his world ranking would be a little bit higher than it is right now. We'll see if he can take it home against another, of course, very strong NMPZ players. Both of these players are.
True. These players are very good at NMPZ, but yeah, a great point about the format not necessarily benefiting these NMPZ mains as much, but Armani's here in it now. He's going just north of Porto Alegre, but it's going to be in the state of Parana. Pan will be closer. It's almost 1,000 points of damage. Nice start for Pan here. We're going to round 3.
Nice start indeed. But as the multis get higher, you never know. It looks like, yeah, I don't mind South Africa. I mean, I thought it could also have been Australia, but Armani going very quickly into South Africa. Seems confident. Pan's going Australia. I mean, yeah.
Whoa!
Wow. That's a blunder from Armani there. He went too quickly.
Oh, that is a blunder. Armani, no. Pan, flawless on NMPZ.
Yeah, I mean, I could have seen that being South Africa, but on a round that's kind of ambiguous like that, it never hurts to just take it in a little bit more. And, I understand insta-sending if you're really confident, but yeah, maybe he did feel really confident. I'm not sure, but yeah, a tough way for that one to end for Armani, but a big win for Pan.
Yeah, Pan really in that stage where he does need those points. So a nice win for Pan nonetheless, and a fun match to get those points in. But guys, here's what's happened so far today and what is yet to come. We're just reaching about that halfway point, and as we can see, Armani Strafon will be up next, which we've seen both of today, so that one should be fun. Some great matches still to come, and some great matches have already transpired. But in the meantime, we will do a little short break before that last match I was just mentioning, I should say. But guys, grab some snacks once again, take a moment, use the restroom, and when we come back, it will be Armani Strafon, which I think should be a really great one. Strafon's been on an absolute run today, and we'll see what he can do up against Armani. We'll see you then.
Dear fans of GeoGuessr, it's time for us to explore the world. Come and support your favorite players as they fight it out in the virtual boxing ring. The prize? A ticket to the World Cup. This year's major locations are Japan, inside the iconic Tokyo Tower. United States at DreamHack Dallas, one of the largest gaming festivals in the world. And finally, Sweden at the newest gaming festival, Glitched, in Jönköping. Go to geoguessr.com/World Cup for more information. We will see you there.
I got a chance to see Blinky lift the trophy after that insane grand final. With 2025 right around the corner, I have an idea.
GeoGuessr 2025 World Cup. Denmark. Let me show you what Copenhagen has to offer. We have historic buildings. World-class dining. We got the best beer in the world. Presumably. I welcome you to Copenhagen and the KB Hall, the venue of the 2025 GeoGuessr World Cup Finals.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GeoGuessr World League. I'm your host, Bloom, joined by Jake Lyons, walking you through the games. Guys, we're having a great time today, and more great games to come. Up next is Armani versus Strafon. Both of these players are in an interesting place, major standing-wise, so let's take a quick look at those standings and see where we're at here. You see Armani there really at risk, really needing points in these last 2 weeks if he wants a chance at making it to that major. And Strafon there sitting nicely in 9th out of his major group there. Jake, any other quick major thoughts here before we head into the game?
I mean, Armani's on 51 points. I think he's got 3 matches left, so his absolute theoretical maximum is 60 points, which would barely even take him above the line as it is. So not only would he need to basically 2-0 all of the rest of his matches, he would also need a lot of other results to go his way. But it's not over yet, but it's absolutely do or die time for Armani. He needs to basically win out here. Strafon looking pretty comfortable at this point, especially with his performances so far today. But as we mentioned, he's not out of contention for a spot in the direct qualification in the top 12 for the World Championship. So still plenty to play for him as well.
Yep, most definitely. So this is an important one. We're going to get into this. Armani needs a bunch of 2-0s here if he wants to make it to the majors. So let's get into it. Let's take a look over at these two players and get that match going. So yeah, Armani with that 45% win rate. That's what's having him down there in that at-risk section. But Strafon, 57% in contrast.
Yeah, we see Strafon currently in 15th. And of course, again, top 12 is where you're aiming for. Realistically, if you want to be safe, you want to be more close to top 8, which is probably not going to happen. But even top 12, you know, depending on how the regional majors go, could still be enough. So that's where he's looking to get right now. But you see the difference in not only win rate, but also precision. Armani only 43% of his guesses above 4,500, and Strafon at 58%. Speaks partially to the fact, I think, that Armani is, again, much more of an NMPZ main and less of a moving player. So that's definitely affected him so far. But again, this is do or die for Armani. He has to win pretty much every game remaining if he wants to have any chance.
We'll see what we can do here. Strafon has been performing amazingly well today. If anybody missed it, Strafon's already won 2 matches today, so he's looking to take a third here against Armani. But we'll see what he can do. Strafon, definitely one of the players that has surprised me the most. Looking at the World League list of players. Again, you know, you have some players, Blanky, Concus, RC, players like that. Expected results we've seen so far, but Strafon definitely one of those surprises for me personally.
Yep.
He's been performing very well. Let's see what he does here. Round 1. Only 15 seconds left already.
Oh, I thought it was Canada. Wait, is it the US? I thought it was Canada personally. Armani's in the US right now. Strafon hasn't got a pin down.
Oh,
I think Strafon's a lot closer here, though.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, he is. Oh, his first guess would have been really close. But he did move it a little farther south. Still deals 2,000 points of damage there to start us off. Armani's got to lock in. And I mentioned it earlier, Armani is sick today. Not a great day to be sick, considering where he's at, but he's going to do his best. Round 2.
Yeah, it's a really tough position to be in. You never want to be sick while playing. It definitely hinders your abilities a little bit. So,
yeah,
props to him for playing through it. But Strafon's on fire right now, so this is always going to be a difficult one for Armani to win.
He's just going to insta-guess Thailand here. Pretty central. Just kind of go next. Doesn't really want to give Strafon time to find that information. Timer's running out. Strafon gets that last second guess in. Another pretty central guess. Strafon will be a little bit closer, but it's very minuscule points here. We're going to round 3.
Yep, Armani. Again, he needs to win this. It's just about the last chance that he has, but Strafon's so consistent. We saw the way he played against Concus. I mean, if he plays like that, I mean, good luck. Oh, wait, USA. Okay, so there's a sign for the USA. That means we're right by the border. Yeah. On the 4, Armani's got the road. He's right on it, but we'll see if Strafon... Ooh. Did he see the sign for the US? Because We're definitely near the border. Oh, is he scanning for the road?
Is he gonna find it? Oh, I think he does.
He
Yeah,
did.
last second he finds it. They're both gonna be right there. But Armani gonna get the 4998. Impressive stuff. Gonna go to round 4 now.
Yeah, he just has to hope for a tough round where Strafon drops some points, because again, we haven't really seen a lot of dropped points from Strafon thus far, but all it takes is one round, a little bit of info that Armani finds, and Strafon doesn't. Oh, and that's... Oh my gosh. Isn't that near... Is it... It's coastal. I forget if it's Queensland or New South Wales. There's Bowen, yeah.
Armani has it.
Yeah, it's a reasonably large
So does
town.
Strafon.
Yep.
They're both right there. But Armani with the 4999 versus the 4998. Quick little 2.
2.
2.
Yep, but he's going to need more than that. That's for sure. A little
That's
bit of a
for
mistake
sure.
on that first round in Canada. So far, that has been the difference here.
Yeah, otherwise a very close game besides round 1. Round 5 now, 3 times multiplier. Multi getting very serious here. They're looking for whatever they can find, but sometimes being in towns like this is actually not super helpful to find big information.
Tacos. Why did it say tacos on what looked like a garbage bin? I don't know. Maybe it was something else.
They sell tacos from the garbage.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, I mean, we're definitely in Mexico. We have these sort of short license plates, similar dimensions to what you see in the US, but in urban Mexico, you're just going to be looking around, trying to find a town name, a state name, something along those lines, which it doesn't look like either player has right now.
Okay, well, Haka from Strafon, or more like a Puebla now. It's a difference here, and Armani's gonna be closer by quite a bit. That's 3,500 points of damage. Armani takes the lead.
It's big for him. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. He's got, again, 5 rounds left. He needs to see this out. It is far from over, but that is a very, very good round for Armani.
Very nice for him. Round 6 now.
I think it's Romanian. Oh,
yep.
Looks like Strafon has a sign here, 791.
I think the 7s are northwest, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow, that's impressive knowledge. Honestly, I still don't know where each one is. I just zoom into the map and find them, which takes a little bit of time, but yeah, you may be exactly right. That looks like where Strafon is going now.
Yeah, it's funny, I actually remember that because I was playing 2v2 with Armani like a week ago, and we had a Romanian moving, and I found us the 700 road.
I'm surprised
there
you guys
it is.
were playing
Strafon has it. Yeah, right? Armani of all people.
Uh-oh, yeah. No, Strafon's on it.
Oh,
This
there it
gonna be
is.
big.
Oh, and Armani doesn't remember from our game. Oh,
Did
Strafon's
Armani
on
have
it.
the... Did he have the kilometer marker? Oh my.
Oh, he stays alive. 49 points for Armani.
Wow. I don't know, Armani... I feel like he might have just skipped past the kilometer marker, so I'm not sure he had the same info that Strafon had there. But he's alive, just. He's got a green sign, but it's covered by a traffic light. There we go. Ladysmith. Does he know that Ladysmith changed names?
Oh.
Ladysmith, it's called Umnambithi now, and I don't know if he knows that. It's between Lesotho and Eswatini. So if you see Umnambithi there, that's Ladysmith.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think
boy.
he knows.
No, and it's not. Ooh.
Oh?
Maybe he does.
Oh, he does.
Actually. He knew some, or maybe he found the R road or something. I'm not sure. Or he might have seen Bergville actually.
Yo, yeah, definitely possible.
Oh, but Strafon's there though.
Yeah, Strafon's there too. I mean, this could kill Armani, but Armani's not going to win, so let's see.
Yeah, he definitely could lose here. He needs to be closer.
There's a difference here. It's enough of a difference that it actually will be Strafon's game. The 4999. He takes it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the tough thing. He ended up guessing in Umnambiti, which is Ladysmith. If he had known that those were the same thing, he probably wouldn't have clicked there because there was a sign to there, but he just didn't realize. He didn't see that town on the sign. He's like, yeah, we're probably here, which is totally fair. But yeah, Strafon just a little bit more precise, and that made the difference. So at this point, I'd say Armani is all but eliminated, but you never know. If he comes back here and wins his next 2 matches, he may still have a chance. Got the classic Paraná Pines here. Lots of them.
Lots of them. Alright, round 1 of the no move.
I like RS. I think there was maybe a wooden pole in the distance, so I think it's a reasonable place for Armani to guess. But, oh wow.
Oh wow.
Minas Gerais even.
I mean, that's about as far north as you're gonna get those Paraná Pines, I would say.
Yeah, surprising, especially given how many of them there were, but yeah. Nice guess from Strafon. Takes the lead.
Yeah, good start. Round 2 here on the US. Armani's going Kentucky there. He's thinking sort of Western Kentucky. This is quite specific. Strafon's there too. I wonder... I must have missed something here, because they're right next to each other.
What?
Wow.
What is that guess? Are you kidding me? I didn't see anything. Was that just a region guess? It was like it's flat. It looks like it's near the Mississippi or something. I don't know. I truly don't know.
That was unreal.
That guess from Strafon is absurd.
Round 3.
Yeah, South Africa with vineyards. The vast majority of the wine production is in and around Cape Town. It's exactly what Armani is thinking here. It is sort of unusually flat for that area, but you definitely can get flatter parts. And yeah, I think they're both going to be quite close here, I imagine.
Yeah, both on top of each other, basically. Armani a little bit closer. Breaks the Strafon flawless on round 3. I know we were only on round 3, but he hadn't taken damage yet. So we take us on to round 4 now. Multi-racking up. Armani's going to want to deal some more damage than that, though.
Looks like Thailand, I would agree with the guess here. The rice fields, concrete road, flat landscape, very typical of the Isan region, eastern Thailand. Both pretty much in the same spot again.
Strafon deals a bit more damage there. Armani's on 4k health now. Round 5, 3 times multiplier here.
It's honestly insane how well Strafon is playing right now.
Yeah.
Every guess he makes is just incredibly precise.
He's had some very impressive weeks before, has moved up pretty high in the world ranking at times, breaking into that top 10 just 1 week. But this is probably, I would say, his most impressive weekend so far.
Wait, is Armani south right now?
Wait.
Oh my god, it's
Oh
right
my
between
god,
them.
it's right in between them.
I thought it was going to be one or the other, and
I did too.
could maybe have ended the game, but no, it's right there near Bangkok.
Round 6 now, Botswana by the looks of it. You got these outer yellow lines and this sort of landscape and Generation 3 coverage, white car. All very indicative of Botswana, the look of everything. Only so many roads covered in Botswana as well, so a lot of players have memorized all the roads that are possible.
Pretty different guesses, actually. Strafon thinking down south, west of Gaborone. Armani is more east. I'm not sure who's right here. It's kind of a not that obvious of a round. I mean, Strafon's road angle is honestly decent, but you never know. It's between them again.
It's between them again! Oh my.
Round 7, oh boy.
4 times multi, and what is this? Looking like Russia.
Yep.
I'd say this is, I don't know, near Volgograd maybe?
Could be. We have are those trucks driving side by side over there?
Yeah, Strafon's kind of going... Yeah, it looks like they were. Maybe one's passing.
Yeah, surely.
So, Strafon west of Volgograd, but Armani's looking closer to Rostov-on-Don.
Yeah, really tough to tell here. I mean, the players will use the landscape, the antenna, etc. Get as close as they can, but it's never easy. Strafon, nicely done.
Strafon closer. That's some decent damage there. Armani on 1,800 health now.
Hanging by a thread here. Nigeria, probably not what Armani wants to see right now. I think it's unlikely he would win in Nigeria, but he could definitely lose. He could win, though, depending on how far away Strafon is, but similar guesses. Strafon
Oh, they're right there.
They are both right there, yep. Strafon is insane.
Again! What is Strafon on today? This is the best performance I've seen from Strafon so far. Really impressing me today.
Yeah, this has been unreal from him.
Round 9 now.
He's not even giving anyone the opportunity to beat him, to catch up with him.
Yeah,
this,
definitely
though?
not.
I mean, somewhere in Europe, I'd imagine. Armani going for Austria.
Oh, this is a difficult one.
This could be what Armani needs. A round where the country is ambiguous.
Yeah, honestly, very true. I mean, we could see some pretty disparate guesses here. Armani staying in Austria by the looks of it.
Yeah, I could
I
see
do like
Austria. I could see Slovakia. I could see Italy. I mean, there are definitely a few options here, but they're both going Austria.
Gonna go Austria. Okay, I like it. We'll see if they're leaving it. They're leaving it there. 3 seconds to go, and they're actually going to be just about next to each other at the end of all of that. Round 9 does go to Armani, so he stays alive. Deals 1,300 points of damage. Strafon on 4k health now. We're going to go to round 10. This is our final round here. Whoever has the most health at the end of this is going to take it. Either Armani takes us to NMPZ or Strafon takes the 2-0 and gains 3 points.
India. Here we go.
Wow.
Super tough country. Armani just goes for it. Goes for Bihar here. Again, it looks like a really similar guess from Strafon. Probably will not be enough of a difference. Unless he changes. He's going to leave it. Yep.
Wow, yeah, leaves it there. With that, Strafon takes the 2-0.
Wow. And that, I think, is going to be curtains for Armani in the World League with a 2-0 loss there. But, I mean, he fought hard. And again, we said he's more of an NMPZ player, and it's really unfortunate for him that he didn't quite get to showcase his skills as much in NMPZ. But Strafon is just on fire today. He cannot be beaten. And, I mean, he beat Concus, and he's played 3 matches. He won 2-0, 2-1, and 2-0. I mean, what can you do against that?
It's not much you can do. Strafon on such a tear today, and Armani had to face him in such an important match for his standings there when Strafon is playing as he is. So sadly, that should be Armani probably not, I think not making it pretty much now secured. So to the major, we can confirm that later, but a bummer nonetheless. Strafon does gain those 3 points, moves on up. But guys, we got another match. It's going to be Malfunction versus Swan Gambit next. Guys, Malfunction played Strafon's first match of the day, and it was performing amazingly well until Strafon got that insane India comeback and got a bit of a multi-merchant that set off this incredible performance from him so far today. But now Malfunction up against Swan Gambit, so another Polish player. Let's see what she can do this time up against a player like Swan Gambit. We'll see. I think this should be a fun one too. Malfunction make the comeback on move. We'll see.
Yep. Malfunction in a very perilous position, especially after the 2-0 loss earlier. Swan Gambit doesn't care quite as much. I don't think he's more playing for pride at this point. He's quite low so far in the world standings, but Malfunction in particular needs to get a win on the board, preferably a 2-0. if she wants to make it, because again, like we said, the bottom of that EMEA qualification area is a total bloodbath. We have no idea who's going to come out of that alive, but Malfunction needs to get wins on the board.
Yeah, she definitely does. So let's see how she fares. But yeah, Swan, you know, there's money on the line on all of these games. You're still playing for pride, like no matter what, even though Swan is out right now of that major qualification, these games, they still mean something. So we'll see how he does right now up against Malfunction. And again, I mean, Swan, low there on that leaderboard, but one of the few players who beat RC so far in this World League. So
True.
anything can happen. It's all doable. Let's see what happens here, round 1.
Central Kalimantan, it says. Kalimantan Tengah. Tengah being the Indonesian word for central. Both players see that, so they'll be in the right province here. I imagine they will now look for a Kabupaten or Regency. At least that's what Malfunction's doing. Swan isn't really moving. He might just be, I don't know, taking his time trying to make a good guess. Malfunction is looking for further information, but she may not find it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's going to be able to find anything else, but they're both going to be close by here, so not too many points for the round.
It's north. It's one more second, and she would have known that.
Yeah. Damn. 14 points to start us off.
Yeah, Murung Raya is the northernmost regency of Central Kalimantan, so Malfunction literally just needed 1 or 2 more seconds there. But unfortunate, but still makes a good guess, gets the province. And we head to round 2.
Looking like the US here. Oh yeah, US flag there for Swan. Makes sense. Malfunction just quick Nebraska lock.
That is a Nebraska flag, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what she saw. I don't know if it was an area code or a town name. But either way, I think she's in the right state here. Swan, not quite. He's a bit too far north.
Yeah. That's going to be some decent points for a round 2. 1.5 times damage. 2k health. Taken down from Swan Gambit.
Again, Malfunction knows how important every single game is at this point, especially after the loss to Strafon. She can't afford to lose this moving game.
Definitely not. She needs this. She needs the points. Malfunction thinking pretty far south. Argentina near Comodoro Riviera. No, but she's going farther north now.
Now moving, deciding she wants to look for some information here, but there's not a lot going on in this round. I don't think that the players are going to find much. Swan Gambit also thinking Commodore Rivadavia. We'll see if Malfunction follows or does go more north.
Yeah, she's keeping it farther north right now. No, gonna move it down.
Thinking about
Will she?
it.
No. Oh,
but
she
doesn't
doesn't.
do it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and actually Swan Gambit's gonna be on it. That's 2,500 points of damage.
Again, the comparative advantage for Malfunction is in moving, but it's, you know, her greatest strength is finding info and using it effectively. So that round was one that just didn't have information. It was more about lining up the road and the landscape, and Swan Gambit did a really impressive job. So see if Malfunction can find some more written information in these coming rounds. Thailand's a tricky one, although it wouldn't shock me if she can read Thai. We shall see.
I'm not sure if she does or not, but it looks like there's some Latin script under those town names at least, but I don't think either player can really recognize any of those. Probably pretty small.
Nah, they're tiny, and the problem with Thailand is the map is like super scuffed, so if a town isn't a provincial capital, it just will not show up on the map no matter what. So it's, yeah, finding small towns is basically impossible. She's trying to read this sign, by the way. I think she does have the province.
Oh, wow.
So she found the information she needed. Swan, he's pretty close anyway.
Let's see. Oh, what a great guess there from Malfunction. 810 points. Malfunction takes back the lead, but this is a close game as we go into round 5.
Again, she needs more rounds like that where she can find something written and really utilize it, and this is exactly it. I mean, Lanao, Cotabato, I mean, there's plenty going on here. He's going Negros, he's wrong. This is Southern Mindanao.
Oh
He
my.
sent so quickly, even though there was a sign really close to the start, but yeah, Cotabato is around this area, so Malfunction should be quite a bit closer. I don't think she'll win, but she'll extend the lead.
Yeah, really nice guess there from Malfunction. You have to
Oh, I'm
assume
wrong.
rounds like that. Oh,
My bad.
oh, that is the game. Yeah, that actually is the game. I mean, yeah, well, you have to assume on rounds like that, Swan is just thinking, I guess I don't want Malfunction to find stuff, but there was a sign so close to spawn there.
Yep. Again, that's the difference between these two players, especially in moving. Malfunction's so good at sniffing out that information, finding those signs, and Swan Gambit maybe just rushed it a little bit there. Malfunction takes the game she needed to take, but at this point, pretty much every game is a game she needs to take, so cannot let her foot off the gas here.
Getting a 2-0 here would be huge for her. That would be 3 points. We go into no moving now. No moving up and down the road anymore. And Swan is locking in a Norway on the round 1.
I agree, that was my first thought as well. I mean, it could be Sweden as well, across the border. I could see either one.
Wow, it is just going to be Norway, closer to Oslo. 690 points to start us off here.
Okay. US or Canada. My first thought was like British Columbia. Yeah, that's what Malfunction's going for, and they both seem to agree. I really like that guess. This looks really similar to a lot of stuff that you see there. Yep.
Okay. Malfunction closer there. Deal some damage back. Going to round 3. Ooh, interesting. I like a Slovenia Forest on this. Some Gen 3 short Europe antenna Forest. This is back in the day in 21 where you just go, oh, Slovenia Forest, and go next.
Yeah, I was going to say, why do we have Crete antenna? It's because it's northeast Romania. Yeah, that antenna shows up in far northeastern Romania, and I was like, wait a second, that antenna doesn't look right for Slovenia, but I mean, Malfunction was considering Romania. She did have her pin there for a second, but wow, such a tough round, but yeah, cheeky antenna there.
Very cheeky. Round 4 is just a mainland Malaysia, so fast. Go next.
Swan Gambit playing quite well so far in this no-move game, but still anyone's game. Wow, what is this?
Ooh, round 5. Oh, I have some thoughts here. This is a hard one, though.
Why did I think Spain first, or France maybe?
My first thought was southwest France, but I also could see a Spain or like a Portugal.
Yep.
This is some very old coverage here we're looking at, some Generation 2.
Yeah, this is a crazy road. I don't know what we're looking at here. I could see Portugal for sure, but it's definitely not the only option.
Yeah. I think my favorite guess is going to be a Spain or a France here, but we'll see. Timer's running out. Swan's yet to open the map, and there's 10 seconds left. See what he does. Map gets opened.
Whoa.
He's up in Denmark.
Really? I did not think Denmark, but I'm not sure. Maybe Italy.
It's Italy.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's Italy. You can see Swan kind of laughed at that a little bit. Drops the crying emote.
Man.
What a hard
Definitely
location.
An opportunity for both players there.
Yeah.
Neither quite able to take advantage. To be fair, I would not have been in Italy either, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't either. Italy slightly crossed the mind, but again, I was in France or Spain there. Round 6.
Interesting here. Very agricultural. Man. Again, I don't really know. I thought it could be like Spain or Italy again. I'm not sure. I'm really not.
I might go Italy on this one. We might run it back, but it could also be Spain. But okay, Swan's in Spain, near Barcelona. And once again, these rounds running out of time, and Malfunction
Turkey.
in Turkey.
Now, oh boy, she doesn't know. Swan's gonna stick with Spain. This may be game, unless it's Italy again, which would be really funny, but it's Spain.
It's Spain! Oh, Swan! Taking us to NMPZ!
Wow. That's a huge blow for Malfunction. I don't think she's out of it with just one loss like that, but again, she needs to get every point that she can get. And this NMPZ game now becomes even more important for her.
Yeah, this is now such an important game for Malfunction. She really needs this last point here.
Yeah, nice guess from Swan Gambit there on a really tough round in Spain. Not at all easy to get the country there. Well, here we go.
It's not. NMPZ, no moving, panning, or zooming, one still image. This is the image that we get here on round 1. Southern Japan for both of them.
Yeah, I absolutely could see it.
Oh wait, no,
yeah,
Swan was in Hokkaido. Never mind. It's just in between them.
Well, yeah, we will see. Again, so much to play for Malfunction. Not quite as much for Swan Gambit, but again, pride points as well as there is a little bit of money involved too, so you want to get as many wins as you can, of course. Going for Central Argentina. Both right there in the mountains near Cordoba, and wow.
Okay, that's a wave. That's a wave, right? Come on.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
A smile?
Smile.
It's something. It's something.
Yeah, I'll give him, you know, half credit for that.
Yeah, give him like a quarter credit for that.
Yeah. UK ever on this, or could it be France?
Could be France too.
Yeah. I would probably be in one of the two. And there's the
Okay.
split. Yeah, it's Denmark.
It's Denmark.
Or is it Germany? I can't even tell.
I can't either, actually. It could be very far north Germany, but it could be Denmark.
That's crazy, though. Like, I'm never not going UK or France with a road like that.
Yeah. This whole matchup, we've been seeing some crazy rounds here. Gonna go to round 4, though. Australia. This one seems much more straightforward. However, where in Australia is the question? New South Wales for Malfunction, while Swan Gambit has already locked in southern Queensland. Malfunction moves it a little farther north in NSW. It is just going to be central, and she was on it, but moved off last second. Still some damage there, though. 1,600, not bad.
Yep. In the lead here. In a crucial match. What do we have here? Thinking Portugal again, Malfunction. They both are. Wow. Impressive, because there's really not much to go off of here. What a guess!
Wow, what a guess!
She knew the national park. That's crazy.
Oh, and that's 1,600 points of damage with the 3 times multiplier.
Wow.
Round 6 now.
Instantly zooming into Texas with this pavement. I do like it. Does
Like
look
it
very
too.
American with these yellow road lines, etc. But yeah, this grainy pavement is so characteristic of Texas.
Definitely.
Strange
10 seconds left for
Carbler.
Swan.
Yeah.
Strange Carbler, yeah. Thought about that as well.
Let's see where he goes. He goes for New Mexico. It is Texas. That's gonna do it.
It is Texas. With that, Malfunction is gonna take the win.
Big win for Malfunction. Keeps herself in the running with 2 points there. Played very, very well. I mean, Swan Gambit was excellent in the no-move game. But Malfunction, super consistent in the moving. Got the win there that she needed to. And then locked in on the NMPZ. So yeah, things are going to get really, really interesting in the last week. I mean, we've got another time slot today. I don't think the games coming up are particularly impactful compared to what we've seen so far. But in the final week, there's going to be a lot of drama. So You're not going to want to miss that.
Yeah, most definitely. And guys, this is everything that's went down so far today. Some fun stuff. Some fun stuff so far that I see. What do you think was your favorite match so far, Jake?
Maybe Strafon versus Concus I really enjoyed. I mean, just two incredibly good players. Concus, of course, second in the league overall, but Strafon just on a tear today. Could not be stopped and managed to take that in the NPC. But we see what it does to the standings. Pan on 58, Mata 58, Trickter 59, Malfunction 57, and then V89 is on 53, but he's got several games in hand because he's sick today, so he'll be playing a lot next week. So there is still a ton to play for all of these players here.
Yeah, and as you can see there, Strafon was a 9th for his region, and he actually moved up to 6 from today so far. So a really nice move there, and yeah, as you were saying, that bottom of EMEA, so close. But guys, these majors are all leading up to that World Championship and everything going on this summer. Guys, the tickets are available for the World Championship right now. If you go to geoguessr.com/World Championship, you can grab some tickets, guys. We're going to be in the KB Hall in Copenhagen, Denmark, a very historic venue, August 29th and 30th. You can see a little image there in the back of the theater. It's a 3,000-seat theater. We're going to have 360 views around the players on stage in the center. Should be super exciting. And guys, all the subscriptions on Twitch are going directly to that prize pool, adding on to it, which is really fun. And each week on Twitch, subs are entering a chance to win a GeoGuessr goodie bag of some free merch. So definitely do drop a sub if you'd like to get a chance to, win a little GeoGuessr goodie bag, or at the bare minimum, add on to that amazing prize pool for the players for the World Championship. And guys, we have partnered over with Strawberry for quality hotel view in Malmo for that weekend of the GeoGuessr World Championship. So it's close by. You'll be over in Sweden, but it's a bridge away from Copenhagen. You can make it right on in. Guys, 15% off. Check it out on Strawberry. It should be pinned in the chat, or you can do it through the GeoGuessr site or on Strawberry, guys. But with that said, guys, we're going to go to another quick little break. And when we come back, it'll be our last slot of the day. It'll be Orlando versus Swan Gambit, and then Concus versus Skill Issue. 2 more exciting matches. Brazilians both taking a stab at some tough opponents. Should be a lovely time. Gonna make sure you stay tuned. When we come back, starting off, Orlando versus Swan Gambit.
Dear fans of GeoGuessr, it's time for us to explore the world. Come and support your favorite players as they fight it out in the virtual boxing ring. The prize? A ticket to the World Cup. This year's major locations are Japan, inside the iconic Tokyo Tower. United States at DreamHack Dallas, one of the largest gaming festivals in the world. And finally, Sweden at the newest gaming festival, Glitched, in Jönköping. Go to geoguessr.com/World Cup for more information. We will see you there.
I got a chance to see Blinky lift the trophy after that insane grand final. With 2025 right around the corner, I have an idea.
GeoGuessr 2025 World Cup, Denmark. Let me show you what Copenhagen has to offer. We have historic buildings, world-class dining. We got the best beer in the world. Presumably. I welcome you to Copenhagen and the KB Hall, the venue of the 2025 GeoGuessr World Cup Finals.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GeoGuessr World League. I am your host, joined by Jake Lyons. We're walking you through the games today, and it's been a great time, and we have one more slot of games to go. Some very exciting ones today. These next ones aren't as important for some of the standing things, but will be great games nonetheless. They're playing for their pride, they're playing for their honor, and a little bit of cash at the end of the day. Guys, first up in this slot is going to be Orlando versus Swan Gambit. We did just get to see Swan, but we haven't seen Orlando yet today, so that'll be an exciting one. Orlando is pretty much, well, he is secured making it to the major, but as for what position he'll be in, whether that's 5 or 6, is still up in the air. So in some capacity, he's still kind of working for where he's going to be in that, whether he's going to be in that 5th or 6th place. How many points is he going to have going into the major is still very important, because you will gain points from your standings in the actual major. So depending on that, could definitely change things up, how many points he goes into the major with. So we'll get straight into this, but talk to me, Jake. What are you thinking about these two players? How do you think this match is going to go?
Yeah, so you mentioned quite correctly that Orlando is qualified for the Americas Major, but isn't sure if he'll finish 5th or 6th. If he finishes 5th, he will likely face Fao in the first round at the Americas Regional, and if he finishes 6th, he is likely to face Mu. Now, the question of which player would you rather face is a complicated one. Of course, Mu finished higher in the table, but Fao has a lot more LAN experience, and it seems like whenever Fao plays at LANs, he just always plays incredibly well. So it's hard to know even what you want if you're Orlando, but of course he's going to try and play as well as he can and try and overtake Gingy in the standings. He's got 3 games to go. I think Gingy's already done, and he's 4 points behind him. So he needs 4 points from his last 3 matches in order to take Gingy over and take that 5th place spot. But yeah, who knows how this is going to turn out. We see Orlando, he's a good deal further down in the table compared to some of the EMEA players who are in tougher positions like Sadzu, Armani, V89, etc. But all that matters for Orlando is where he is within his particular region, and then if he makes the regionals, anything can happen from there.
Yeah. So we'll see here. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I had to predict who takes the moving on this one. I don't know who I would say, honestly, but I'll be curious to see how they end up faring.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think both pretty evenly matched when it comes to moving. If anything, I'd probably take Orlando, but I don't know. I mean, it's easy for me to say given Swan Gambit's last in the table, but of course, an incredibly capable player, as everybody in the World League is.
Yeah, most definitely. Round 1 here, looking like a Canada. I don't know, maybe a Manitoba or something here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely Canada here. I don't mind the Prairie idea. We do have front plates. They don't look like Manitoba plates.
Oh, true, yeah.
I wonder... It could be some weird Ontario, or it could be like a flat part of British Columbia, maybe. Honestly, this is strange.
Ooh,
yeah, Orlando is going BC, and we have a New Brunswick. This is a huge spread. It's in New Brunswick.
New Brunswick!
Wow.
What a start! I mean, if there's any multis there, it's over.
Yep. But we have seen Orlando make crazier comebacks. So he'll feel lucky that that was round 1 and that he's still in this game, but it is not over until it's over here. Kenya here. Ooh, I don't know if there was info there. I don't think so. Orlando has to try and guess based off what he sees. Looks like he's going to put it in a similar place here.
Both by Eldoret. Yep. Swan a little bit closer once again. This time not by nearly as much. But he takes some more points off of Orlando's health bar nonetheless. And we head on to round 3. 2 times multi now.
Immediate France guess again. He figures he's ahead. He may as well just, if he's feeling it, just make some guesses and see if he can outlast him here.
Yeah. Okay, round 3 actually does go to Orlando, but they both made pretty similar guesses there. It's 564 points. Not too much here. Orlando stays in it. Going around 4.
Okay, okay. Both players going east. We'll see if they get anything here. I mean, it's a very rural round. It looks like there's language on that sign. I didn't quite see what it was. Maybe it was German. Swan Gambit locks in Austria here. Probably was German in that case.
Orlando's following suit. Yeah, they are next to each other. And it's south.
Right by Slovenia there. And not too significant, but if Orlando, or if Swan Gambit rather, had been right near it, I think he might have been able to win on that round. Or at least get close to winning.
Yeah, true. Round 5, though. Argentina, yeah.
Oh, very southern guess from Orlando here. That's kind of surprising to me.
Agreed.
I did not think Santa
committing?
Cruz, but he feels like he knows something, or maybe he's just trying to take a risk because he's behind. I don't know. But if he's guessing that confidently, I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure why he did that.
I'm not either. That's a blunder there.
It was a bold choice from Orlando there. I mean, he knows. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he decided I want to get 6th because I'd rather play Mu at a land than Fao. I don't know, because Fao has plot armor or something, but not sure. I mean, maybe he probably just thought it was a piece of coverage that he'd seen before and just decided to risk it there without being 100% sure of it. But yeah, vegetation wasn't quite that far south, and it didn't pay off for him, but still in with a chance here in the no move.
Yeah, we're on no move now. Moving up and down the road. An interesting spawn point on our first round here. Oh, a white house with red tile roof. Okay, Serbia, I don't hate it.
Ooh, Ajax.
It is Serbia. That's a great guess from Swan to start it off.
Yeah, Orlando playing pretty conservatively on that one. Thought maybe it could be Italy, maybe it could be Croatia. I suppose he decided to click between the two, but...
Yeah, just doing a little water hedge.
Swan
We do a little swimming.
Definitely been stronger so far in this match. We'll see if Orlando can get his composure back here.
Okay, India, and they're both nearby.
Wow.
But it's way far north.
That is so north. Yeah, I didn't think it would be up there either, but wow.
Round 3. India.
Yep. Don't know if there's any info here. I don't see much. I mean, it's very dry, so I do like the Rajasthan guess. I don't know, that sign in front of Orlando, it kind of looks to me like he's scanning for some car. I think that's what he was looking for. I think it says that on one of the signs.
Well, it's a nice find for Orlando there. Swan just kind of making a... Oh, no, he finds it too. Yeah, they both find it. 10. I mean, Swan loses some health.
Not much, but
it's
no
not
more
much.
flawless at least.
Yeah.
Good for the mental, I suppose, if anything. It's like an Argentina.
Yeah. We're back in Argentina. Saw what Argentina did at the end of the moving. But I like Orlando's guess a lot more on this one. So Swan is in La Pampa, Orlando's in the Santa Fe province.
Or San Luis, yeah.
Or San Luis, yeah,
north.
sorry.
Yeah, bordering for both of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Close enough.
I totally meant San Luis too, and my brain just said Santa Fe for some
It's
reason.
funny how you do that sometimes. Totally relatable.
It happens.
Yep.
Going around 5 though. And this is definitely the Alps here. So is it Italian Alps? Is it Austrian?
Looks like German language on the sign there.
Yeah.
So I like the
just be
Austria.
Austria. Yep. I agree. I'd be going Austria here without the language too.
I mean, it could be South Tyrol in Italy. The German-speaking part is also possible. But both should be pretty close here, I would think. Yep.
Wow, yeah, very far west. Orlando is closer though. Deals some damage. He actually takes the lead on that, but just barely.
Info, perhaps? Okay, it's Catalan language. I don't know if that puts us in Barcelona or Valencia or Palma or something. .cat, so it should be Catalonia.
Yeah.
Swan Gambit going downtown Gorka.
Oh.
Oh, they both are actually. Oh, it says that. Yeah, it says Villanova.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're both going to be right here. Never
Oh,
mind.
wow, but it's...
The van moved.
I mean, vans do travel.
Yes.
That's a wave. That's a wave. That's a wave. Zero
How
points.
dare the van travel, honestly?
Yeah.
Incredibly rude
Not
of it.
allowed. Round 7. 4 times multi here. Prediction is favoring Orlando by about a little over 400 points.
Looks like we are in Australia here, but it's never easy to tell where you are. Such a giant country.
Yeah, this is a tough one for sure. Neither player seeming very confident whatsoever. Nobody's opened the map, and there's only 20 seconds left on the clock here.
Yeah, if it were me, I'd probably just be in, like, New South Wales or Queensland, but it's really tough to tell. Both really taking the entire minute here.
Oh, 5 seconds left to go. Orlando, Victoria, New South Wales border, and Swan Gambit is in Queensland with 4 times multi. That's going to be huge. Oh, it's going to be in between them. New South Wales, Swan will be closer.
It's big. It's not over
4
there.
times, it's
Oh
not
my.
over. Orlando's in the red.
Yeah, pretty risky guess from Orlando going that far south. It was right around the New South Wales-Queensland border, but he is alive, still heading into round 8.
Yeah.
And what the heck are we looking at here?
Yeah, what is this?
I could
Okay,
see Philly.
Philippines
I
from
mean,
Swan.
White car makes sense. Sun looks like it's in the north, though, which is interesting. But they are both going to go Philippines, and they're
Wow.
on the island, sure.
It's just there, yeah, sure. Well, that's still 153. When you're in the red, any points are no good to take. Orlando's on 571 now.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. I like Western here. Yeah, Swan locks in Western Ukraine.
Yeah, he's going to win. Yeah.
Yeah, he wins on that. Takes the 2-0 over Orlando.
Well, that's a tough one for Orlando. Swan Gambit played very, very well. Orlando had a couple of mistakes in there that ended up costing him. But like we said, Orlando's performance in this game, or in this match, it mattered for seeding purposes, 5th versus 6th, but he definitely has secured a spot at the Americas Regional. So he still is going to feel all right. You know, it's not the end of the world for him.
Yeah, definitely. He knows he did what he at least needs to do to get to the major. And again, at the end of the day, that is the most important thing here. So, but a nice match. I mean, Swan taking that dub very impressively, I must say. It was a close match, I will say. But yeah, again, a 2-0. Very nice to get over Orlando. But guys, not our last match of the day. So one more to go. Gonna be Concus versus Skill Issue. Another Brazilian coming up to bat here. This time against the first ever GeoGuessr World Champion, Concus. Gonna be a tough one. Any thoughts here as we head into this straight?
I mean, yeah, this is definitely, on paper, one of the more lopsided matches that we've seen so far. Concus obviously second in the entire World League, and Skill Issue, I want to say, is around second to last. So there's definitely a gap here, but we've seen crazy upsets before. I mean, you mentioned before we've seen Swan Gambit win a match against Concus, so we could absolutely see it happen with Skill Issue as well. But yeah, not too much to play for either of these players at this point, other than, you know, a little bit of money for winning each game and a little bit of pride. Concus trying to finish, of course, as high in the league as he can, still maintaining that slim lead over Radu there. But he is comfortably qualified for the World Championship at this point. And I suppose I didn't do Skill Issue quite enough credit of the players who are not disqualified. He is actually third to last. Yeah, and he's been solid so far. I think his main weakness is moving, and we might see that on display here. But again, you never know when he could pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah. See what happens here. Skill Issue did beat Orlando in the Brazilian bout, the one Brazilian bout that happened many weeks ago. We'll see what he can do here. That mustache must be new.
Wait, is that real?
I think
I guess he's just growing it out. Okay, yeah. It almost
just
looks.
Haven't seen it.
It almost looks fake because it's like I've never
So
seen him with
perfect.
that before, and it's like just out of nowhere. But yeah, no. Wow, gotta love it. Maybe it brings him good luck here.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Let's see what the stash brings him. Japan for our round one on moving. Both players kind of moving the same direction here down this road.
Oh, we have the guard. That little guardrail ending is, I think, a Chugoku thing. It's something you see in like Hiroshima, Tottori, Shimane, Okayama sort of prefectures in southwestern Honshu. So that's probably where I would be guessing, and that is also where the players are going. Yep.
Yep, similar guesses here. 11 to start us off. Round 2 here.
His average score is so high here in the Philippines. Quirino Isabela, he didn't see that, did he? Okay. Well, those are provinces in northeastern Luzon. I think Concus didn't quite spot it on that little coat of arms there. They have the same sign here, but I don't think it has anything on it. Oh boy. Okay. Mindanao, I think, is quite wrong. Does he have anything here? No. I still don't see any info. It just says Santo Domingo, but... Oh, there must be info. Is there? Oh, it says Quirino there. Yep. It says Quirino on Concus' sign, so he finally finds it.
Very nice.
He will be quite close here. Good job sort of hunting for that province. Skill Issue's guess isn't that bad in the end, so he'll be okay.
Yeah, but a really nice find there from Concus. That's some points. 1,700 there. Concus with a really nice lead now, and we're only going into round 3.
Again, that moving experience really showing for Concus. He knew exactly what to look for. He did skip over that bit of information at the start, but he kind of just kept going and knew exactly what he needed to get and found it and used it beautifully. Canada here. Very large country.
Yeah, this could definitely be some points. I mean, we saw how many points Canada can bring, even on a round 1 with no multis, just in this last match. But now we're on round 3, 2 times damage in this moving game here. But I think the guesses shouldn't be as separate as they were in the last match here. We'll see what they can find, though.
Oh, no, I don't see info there. They have the same sign, but I think it's nothing. You have little Newfoundland-style octagonal bins. I don't know, could it be Newfoundland? Yeah, I don't mind a Nova Scotia either.
Okay, a PEI. Oh, no. Oh, wait, they switched last second. Okay. Skill Issue ended up switching to New Brunswick. Concus ended up switching from New Brunswick to Nova Scotia, and it pays off for him at the end.
Yep. Nicely done. Keeping the pressure on. Concus playing very, very well thus far. See, Concus immediate. Oh man, yeah. Skill Issue's just gonna insta-guess here. He's not gonna move. Gonna turn it into a no-moving round unless Concus is able to find something, but no, he's gonna check the copyright, check the landscape, and make the best guess that he can here.
3 seconds left. Finally opens the map up. Gonna go near Mexico City, so not too far away from Skill Issue's guess. But he will be closer to the correct location up in Nayarit. 1,100 points. I mean, these rounds are just chipping away. Pretty decent damage.
Yep. It's just outlasting him so far. We have Maryland state routes here. 545, 213. Again, scanning for 3-digit state routes is kind of a nightmare, so I'd be pretty surprised if they actually manage to find these roads, but maybe.
We'll see.
No.
Oh, wait.
Never mind. I thought he did.
Yeah,
but no.
I thought he might have as well, but yeah, it doesn't seem like he did. That was just a confident plonk down, so... Yeah, we'll see what they can find, though. Concus has a 210. Oh, maybe he has it and we can't see it on his screen here.
It's possible. Although he's in Virginia right now, which, yeah, probably not where you want to be.
True.
It's easy to forget where the state border is when you're around Washington, D.C., but you definitely have to be in Maryland, and I'm pretty sure Skill Issue is in Virginia.
Oh,
okay. He goes back to Maryland, but it's still risky to go that far east. I don't know if he found something or not, but it doesn't look like he did.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Way
Okay.
up northeast.
Way up northeast. It's 273 points of damage. Not too crazy, but... I mean, Concus, if he was on it, could have ended it there.
Yeah, I think he could have. We go on.
Yeah, round 6 now. 3.5 times multi. Back in Europe.
Sign there if you can get to it. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
much,
some
though.
Italian.
Concus has got some more useful stuff, but still, these are really small towns.
Yeah.
Toscana. Oh, Toscana and Arezzo.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so this is a region border. Skill Issue has the same sign, so he'll know as well that it's the border between Tuscany and Emilia-Romagna. Probably won't end the game with that knowledge there.
Oh, did Skill Issue just
Around
find
7
it?
here. He may have, yeah. Concus scanning as well. But I think they're pretty close to each other. I mean, Skill Issue is a good deal more northwest, but I don't imagine
Yeah.
the game's going to end here.
Let's see. Oh, Concus is closer. Skill Issue seems so confident.
Yeah, he went ahead and just sent on the border, I think. It was like, here's a
Ah.
road, and just went for it. But looks like he didn't have anything super concrete. It is kind of surprising that he decided to guess in that situation, but he's alive.
Yeah, he does stay alive here, but round 7 prediction highly favoring Concus by 1,000 points. Looks like we're in Spain. Northern Spain at that.
I mean, sign for Santiago. That probably is Santiago de Compostela. Oh, yes, it is. And Concus again.
Wow,
Does he win there?
Concus.
It's close. Yep.
He does! Concus takes it on that. What a find. What a guess.
Yeah, he found the
Go.
sign for CGA, that other town, and triangulated it very quickly. Again, it's just that moving experience with Concus. Being able to see a sign and narrow it down that quickly is something that Skill Issue just doesn't have as much experience doing, and Concus really just a masterclass there.
Yeah, really nice stuff, and we go on to no move now. No moving up and down the road anymore, but they still get that 360 panorama. Round 1, Concus quickly thinking Northern Prairies in Canada.
Yeah, I don't mind the guess at all with the landscape that we see here.
Yeah, me neither. Skill Issue yet to open the map, though, so we don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, pretty wide road, very typical of North America as opposed to Europe, in case you were considering something like Europe for this. The road just looks much more North American, and then, yeah, the foliage, I would say, is just very sort of north feeling, so I quite like the going fairly far north within Canada here. Nice guess
Great
from
call
Skill
out
Issue
there. Yeah, and a great guess from Skill Issue to start us off. That's a decent bit of damage for round 1. Gonna go on to round 2 here. Some Norway for round 2.
Yep.
See that that green plate on that van there. Nice little tip to know. Norway's commercial vehicles have green plates, so One of those great earlier clues in GeoGuessr.
One of the more fun plate colors, I would say. I feel like
Yeah.
countries need to be a little bit more creative with how they color their plates. I mean, you never really see... I mean, why don't we see, like, purple plates or blue plates or brown plates? I don't know. Like, I feel like there are colors that we could expand to here, but...
Expand the color palette, guys.
Exactly.
But that's a great guess from Concus there. 1,000 points. Round 3. Are we back in the prairies? It looks like we are.
Yeah, I would say so. With this flat, fairly open landscape. I definitely agree with the Saskatchewan idea here.
Yeah, I do too. Concus is thinking it as well. They're just both pretty central Saskatchewan. Oh, it's right near the border.
Well, Skill Issue definitely holding his own so far here in this no move.
Yeah, definitely is. He has a slight lead right now. Just about 100 points. So round 4, 2.5 times damage now. This is where we'll probably start to see a much bigger separation here on the health bars.
Do have the German language on that little sign there. Should confirm to the players that we're in Germany. But the region guess is another story.
You don't know that playground? I know that playground.
Yeah, I don't, but I think that's just a skill issue.
Yeah.
I gotta learn my German playgrounds.
That's the playground I grew up playing on, actually, because I'm German.
Yep, you knew the 5K.
I knew it. I would have 5K'd that, of course. No, absolutely not. That was a difficult one. As you can see, the players both just making pretty random guesses.
Yeah, it ended up being surprisingly far southwest.
Round
So,
5.
What is this, actually?
Ooh. Concus? Whoa. This is a crazy round.
I mean, there's a pole, but it's a little bit obscured. And the
This
fence
fence
is
is
really
confused.
strange. Yeah. The fence is wacky. Concus going for Taiwan.
Wow.
I could see, but man, I'm honestly really confused here. What
Agreed.
what
Yeah.
am I looking at?
I don't even hate Colombia, honestly. Like, but it is going to be Taiwan.
Unbelievable guess from Concus. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
39
unreal.
kilometers is crazy. I mean, I had no idea where that was. Man, he's something else, this guy.
Unbelievable from Concus. I mean, that fence is really what made that one so confusing. Otherwise, Taiwan definitely makes a lot of sense, but what a weird fence there at the end. But Concus gets it. He knows it. Very impressive stuff.
Yep. And yeah, what a way to close it out. That is going to be it for the week. But yeah, Concus just so good, and he shows why he's second in the league overall. But yeah, that just about does it.
Just about does it. Guys, that's the end of week 20. What a day. And here is where the major standings are. As of the end of our second to last week, guys, things are really shaken up. There's only one more week to go, but this is where things are sitting. Jake, talk to me. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, well, lots to play for, like we said, especially in the EMEA region. Trickster, Mada, Pan, Malfunction, V89, all of them in contention for those last couple of spots. We've got the APAC region is also still quite interesting. Karania in particular definitely still has a chance to catch Spaghetti in 6th place. And as you mentioned, as far as the Americas go, it more just comes down to seeding. Will Orlando be 5th or 6th? But yeah, I mean, we don't see the overall standings here, but those as well. I mean, top 12 are going to qualify for the World Championship, so still lots to play for, even for those players who are higher up in the table. You never quite know how things are going to shake out, so last week still should be a good time.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at the overall standings before we head out, but before that, we're actually going to get a chance to speak really quickly to Orlando. Let's check in with him. Orlando. What's going on? How are you?
Hi guys, hi guys. I'm doing fine, doing great. Even after the loss today, it was not a good game, but I'm good.
Yeah, you're feeling good. You've secured your major qualification, which is really the important thing. So how do you feel about that? And right now, I know it's pretty much just up in the air between whether or not you'll be 5th or 6th relative to Gingy. Do you have a preference of where you sit, depending, because it'll change probably who you end up playing, anything like that? And, just how are you feeling? You know you made it.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I'm really happy that I made it to the Americas now. It's going to be a very hard tournament, some very, very big names. And but it's going to be fun. And in terms of seeding, yes, of course, ideally I could get the 5th place, but it's going to be really hard. I think I'm going to have to make 5 points, right? I think I'm 4 behind Gingy. So yeah, ideally I can get those 5 points, those 2 wins next week, but let's see how it happens.
I did want to ask about, I guess in particular, I mean, I don't mean to make you throw any shade or anything, but do you have a sense for who you would rather play in a LAN environment? Because if you get 5th, of course, you would play Fao, and if you get 6th, you would play Moo, and just based off of not only their performances so far in the World League and how you've played against them, but especially in a LAN setting in a best-of-5 format, how do you think you would fare against them, and do you think you have a preference in terms of who you play?
Obviously right now Moo is above on the World League's ranking, so he's been showing up like really, really well. But of course that Fao has that LAN experience. He's been to all tourneys so far. And I beat them both, right? On the World League, I think I beat Fao 2-1 and I beat Moo 2-1. So, I mean, I know I have a chance against both of them. But I'm not sure if I do have a preference. I think they're both going to be really tough opponents.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, we've seen how good Moo is just over the course of this World League. But Fao, of course, every time he's at a LAN, he shows up no matter what. So it's hard to say, but I'm really excited whichever matchup it ends up being. I cannot wait to see it. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah,
it should be fun.
For sure.
I have a very random question that just popped in my head. We haven't talked in a while. How is the guitar going? Are you still practicing guitar?
Oh yes, actually these past few months I haven't really been playing it, but I need to get back at it because I love it so much, and I haven't really had the time to play on this past few months. But I'm definitely still planning to go back to it. Yes, for sure.
Amazing. Yeah, it just popped in my head. Thought it'd be fun to ask because let's bring back the Orlando guitar. You should post like some videos of you playing or something.
I have. Wait, it's right here. I have it.
Oh, there it is.
My room is a bit messy. Don't check it out. But the guitar is there.
No worries. No worries. Well, great. Orlando, any closing thoughts? Any shout-outs or anything you want to talk about before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to the Americas Major, and this time it's going to be in America, so in USA. So I'm really looking forward to it, and maybe I can get a really good classification and maybe boost my World League position and maybe even get to the World Cups by getting like 1st or 2nd on the Americas. So I'm really happy about it. I'm happy to be part on another LAN tournament, and it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to having you there. It'll be very fun. And yeah, definitely doable. If you perform really well there, you could get that straight qualification to the World Championship. So it's doable, man. Keep it up, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you, Orlando. What a guy. Love to talk to him. Amazing dude right there. Happy to hear he's going to start playing some guitar again. That's very fun. But yeah, I feel like we should probably take a look at the overall standings quickly and just take a look at how that's all going before we say goodbye here. We can see actually Strafon made a move up into the top 10 again. That's a big move for him. So really impressive stuff there. And any other quick thoughts there, Jake? And then we'll head out.
I mean, we mentioned Orlando, of course. He's going to be at the regional majors, even though he's down in 29th right now. Like he said, if he finishes 1st or 2nd in the regionals, that can absolutely leapfrog him into that top 12, into a position where he can qualify for the World Championship. Forgive me, I forget exactly. I think it's 40 points for 1st. Is it 25 for 2nd or 20?
Oh, I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but 40 is definitely, you get 40 points added to the world ranking if you win your major. I can't remember what second place is, though.
So no doubt that if Orlando were to win the Americas major, he would absolutely be into that top 12, and possibly if he gets second as well. So again, just making that major is a big deal, because once you get there, anything can happen, and you always still have a chance.
And yeah, guys, speaking of that America's Major, we can talk about these tickets here to DreamHack. If you want to use code GeoGuessr buying tickets to DreamHack, you'll get 15% off your DreamHack Dallas tickets. So definitely, if you're going to join us there, make sure to use that code, get a little bit of a discount. And but yeah, guys, that's it. Week 20 is wrapped up. There's only one more to go. But before we go, this is Jake's last cast. And Jake, I always give you the opportunity at the end to say whatever you want. It's our last week. Do you have anything for me?
I mean, it is the last one, so I feel like I should probably say something. I mean, to be honest, I just want to say thank you so much to the viewers for sticking with this, watching this, making this all possible for us. This opportunity has been amazing. Thank you so much to GeoGuessr, BME, everyone who helps with the organization. I mean, I'm just so glad I got the opportunity to do this, and it's been a blast. And thanks to you as well, Bloom, for, you know, not only being just a great guy to cast with, but just making things easier for me too. It's so fun. I mean, we work well together, and it's really been a blast. So this isn't the last you'll see of me in terms of GeoGuessr esports casting. So I'll be back. Plenty more to look forward to. But yeah, for now, thank you all so much for just being here and supporting the stream and all of that. And yeah, it's really been a blast.
Yeah, Jake, it's been a pleasure casting with you. It's been so fun starting this off with you from the very beginning. I've had such a good time. But guys, we're saying goodbye to Jake for the World League as of now, but we will see him again. But that's it from us, guys. Make sure to check us both out. We're both over on Twitch. We're both on YouTube. We'll see you guys around in the community. As always, much love to you all. Thank you for tuning in, and there's one more week to go. Next week, we'll see you then, guys. I've been Bloom, and as always, peace.
See ya.
Dear fans of GeoGuessr, it's time for us to explore the world. Come and support your favorite players as they fight it out in the virtual boxing ring. The prize? A ticket to the World Cup. This year's major locations are Japan, inside the iconic Tokyo Tower. United States at DreamHack Dallas, one of the largest gaming festivals in the world. And finally, Sweden at the newest gaming festival, Glitched, in Jönköping. Go to geoguessr.com/World Cup for more information. We will see you there.
I got a chance to see Blinky lift the trophy after that insane grand final. With 2025 right around the corner, I have an idea.
GeoGuessr 2025 World Cup. Denmark. Let me show you what Copenhagen has to offer. We have historic buildings. World-class dining. We got the best beer in the world. Presumably, I welcome you to Copenhagen in the KB Hall, the venue of the 2025 GeoGuessr World Cup Finals.